in a park, 50 tests, the complete record. But clearly I don't have the time. I didn't have the time when I was running into the studio. So I took the unprecedented step of saying, sir, I'm going on here. And he reminded me that he has called before. And I said, whatever it is that you want to talk to me about, you have to talk on here for 5 minutes. So here he is, not going to give his full name, but just going to refer to him as GP. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. I put up a mic for me. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Orville.
You realize the strangeness and the timing of you just dropping in the car park and saying just as I was coming out of the ride, coming in at the studio.
Very much so, because I was hoping to be here maybe at least 10 minutes before, so I didn't have to end up in this situation. Yeah. You rushing and forcing me in this situation.
Yeah, you never really wanted to do this. But what is it you wanted to so you show me a book. It looks fascinating.
Yeah, man, very fascinating.
And he handed me a copy, people. Sabina Park, 50 tests. Was it the book you wanted to talk to me about?
Partly.
Okay.
Well, that was the foundation, really. But I want to talk about Test cricket in general because I realized that many are saying that the interest in Test cricket has been really waning.
Yeah.
And you have pointed out over probably the last 5 to 10 years at least, if not more, that the problem is the lack of interest at the grassroots level.
Certainly.
People are just losing interest.
Yes.
I mean, when I was at school, I went to the most popular cricket school, one could say, not only in Jamaica, but probably West Indies, where if many don't realize that, it's called Woolmer's Boys School.
The most popular cricket school
in the West Indies.
Why would you say that?
A lot of people don't realize that 5 West Indies wicketkeepers came from that school.
Does that make it the most popular?
Or the most successful? It's probably not the most successful. The most successful, without a doubt, is States. They have produced probably the most cricketers. But
so what makes Woolmer's the most popular cricket school?
Well, because maybe the more known names have come from.
I know you have
and more significantly the wicketkeepers. 5 wicketkeepers from one school in the West Indies.
Yes.
Out of maybe 30? I don't know.
All right. So the interest and passion has been waning for sure. So you said you wanted to talk about Test cricket.
Yeah, because we know that the interest seems to be pointing to, has been pointing to T20 cricket.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, many people also feel that maybe the better cricketers are not inclined to play the longer version,
right?
Which is Test cricket. And we know that a lot of people have been saying even some of the current T20 players probably should be brought into the Test team.
That's the plan?
That's the plan. And that's probably why they have now included Sammy as
there's no other reason. Sammy is there to usher in that new school of thought.
Right.
Sammy has had no real reason to be promoted to be the Test coach, except for the fact that they feel if they're going to go for the T20, especially the T20 batsman, they feel that he is best positioned to monitor that process.
Yeah.
So as you say, I've been telling them for years, we've been going about it entirely the wrong way. We've done everything we can with the cricketers at the top. We pay them a bag of money at the top. West Indies cricketers that are being paid more now than when Viv Richards used to play. I'm not talking about us in terms of dollar amount.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about economically when you account for the what you call it, the exchange rate. These guys are better off in terms of compensation than they are. It doesn't make them play no better.
Mm-hmm.
We have raised the stakes for first class cricketers. It don't make them no better. We set up academy down at Antigua for the good ones. It don't make them no better. One day the West Indies will realize that we have dropped the ball for 30 years because we have not concentrated in making liquor boys love cricket again.
Exactly.
But until we do that, we go and do all kind of other things. Administration can't help them, but that's just me. I don't want to.
No, that is so true. And I mean, if you just look at what happens when they have a test match at Sabina Park, versus when they have maybe a 3-match series, like against South Africa, leading up to the T20 World Cup.
Yes.
I went to one of the matches in the T20, and if I didn't go early, probably I wouldn't get parking.
Yeah, man.
Right? No, the test match, unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it. I'm one of the purists. I would normally go to the test match, but my circumstances just didn't allow me. And as you would say, who else was there apart from you? Maybe 50 people. A few men and a dog. Eh?
One of the days, I think I would have made out maybe 200 and something.
Yeah.
I worked
which was a bumper crop day.
So this book that you have compiled, what is the Sabina Park 50 tests?
Actually, my older brother compiled it.
What?
And he passed on a copy to me. When I was on the Woolmer's squad,
you played
in the mid-80s, I was on the cricket squad at Woolmer's. He was a scorer the year before when Woolmer's won the at that time they didn't yet start the 20 over. It was 30 overs and Woolmer's won it that year. So he was a scorer.
Yeah.
So his picture came in the in the sports along with the players. Patrick Harris and Wayne Sutherland were the big cricketers for Woolmer's those days. Yeah. They opened the batting for Woolmer's that year. Won the what they call Tapping Cup that year.
Yeah.
30 overs.
Heard about it.
And they both opened the batting for Jamaica youth and I think West Indies youth as well. And in the following year when I was on the squad, he came back to school just to score. So he was a scorer. So he was known as a statistician
even from
those days. Even after he left Woolmer's.
50 tests at Sabina, and there's a lot of details and pictures and things.
Of course.
Why would you think me though? To give a copy of this? Having never met you before. You
met me before.
I did?
We met 3 times before. The last time we met was when Woolmer's boys played St. Diego in the Grey Shield final 2023 when we won by innings and maybe
down at Melbourne
with Justin Beckford and Jordan Johnson and the two Hines brothers and Jose Northover.
No, I remember.
I mean, it was a team that couldn't lose even on a bad day.
And then beat up.
They beat up St. Diego by innings and 200 odd.
Actually, I remember.
Actually, they unfortunately lost in the All-Ireland final.
Was it
to States? To States, they shouldn't have lost, but I think the pitch, you know how cricket go with a pitch. The pitch was damp overnight. You used to play for Manning, so you know how it goes, batting on a pitch. So we made a low score in the first innings. They made more than us, and we were making a lot of runs in the second innings. But what happened is that a day and a half was lost. If a day and a half wasn't lost, we'd have won the match. Clearly, Woolmer's was the better team. No, and that was the same 2023, year before last.
Okay. All right, boss. I must say thank you very much for this book.
Yes, man.
Going back to 50 tests at Sabina. So where did he get the pictures to put in?
I think he compiled them from different sources. I'm not sure all the sources.
Is the book for sale?
For persons who are interested, we can get them prepared with all the pictures and everything. So if you want, you can advertise it.
No, man, I can.
This is a way of bringing back the interest in cricket.
Anybody who wants a copy, just give me a call.
You and I know, just to say last week, I know your time is running out.
Yeah.
When you were at Manning's, if you went out for the squad, you're competing with maybe 40, 50 people to make that squad.
40, 50.
Maybe that's a small amount.
You mean just to make the headlock up?
Just to make the headlock up team. 40, 50 minimum.
Yes.
And nowadays, probably if you go out for the squad, you're almost certain to make it.
I don't think Manning's entered headlock up cricket last year. That's the point. So it's not even if I won youth in the school one play.
Manning's didn't enter last year?
I don't think so.
But look at a school like Homewood. Homewood was almost taken over from States, in terms of dominating, and they haven't played in a few years.
There you go.
No, that's crazy.
Now we could do all what we want with people up at the top and say we are going to pump money in administration and pay players money and build academy for the super talent until we make grassroots cricket lovable, for want of a better word. We're going to still struggle.
Absolutely.
You don't want your name to be mentioned, but I'll say, what were your initials you want me to leave?
GP. GP is good enough.
But it's fascinating that you should have thought about passing this on to Orville.
No problem.
Some bright people like yourself are listening and know what the mission is.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes.
No problem. I remember the copy out front.
And yeah. All right. So,
this is the original. No problem at all.
Thank you for passing through, sir.
We will talk.
And you need to, how many times have you called before?
Actually, 3 times. I'll mention the first call. You're not going to remember.
Which one?
Somebody mentioned something about Tivoli High School having more persons making the Jamaica senior football team.
Yeah.
And I called in to say, I can't agree with that. And I mentioned some players that played Manning Cup for Woolmer's who played on the Jamaica senior team. And I said to you, there are at least two or three who you probably don't even remember. One was Ramon Christian.
No, don't remember.
But you remember Peter Isaacs, though?
Yes, man.
Yeah, right.
Peter Isaacs, who had missed a goal, and was that Isaacs? I can't remember. But how long ago was that?
That would have been about 8 years ago. 8 to 10 years ago.
That was your first
call.
call?
Yeah, first
I
call.
don't remember. I can't remember what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
I remember God. But thanks, Mr.
No problem at all.
For dropping in. I'll cherish this thing, sir. Sabina Park 50 test information, pictures going all the way back. Was that the first 50 tests that were played at Sabina?
Yeah, the first 50. So the last one, I'll tell you what year the 50th one. The 50th one was played April 21st to 25th against Pakistan. And Pakistan actually won by 7 wickets.
And this was 2 years ago.
No, 2017. That was
7
and a half years ago. 7.5 years.
So it's from the start of Test cricket at Sabina.
Yeah, man. Which
7.5 years now.
Not the start of Test cricket, but the start of Test cricket at Sabina Park, which the first test played at Sabina Park would have been April 3rd to 12th, 1930. West Indies played against England, and that match was drawn. And of course, you and I know that West Indies were right at the pinnacle up to about 96.
Yeah,
when you had that Steve Waugh incident.
Australia.
Remember the Steve Waugh incident?
When he was dropped?
When he was dropped by Courtney Brown.
I was at the game. Yeah. I've told the story and I'm going to tell it again. You said that game where Australia beat the West Indies, that Savannah?
Yeah.
That West Indies lost their 15-year unbeaten streak. I was there. I was working actually. Now after the game, I wanted to interview the captain, Mark Taylor. I was working on radio. I was at KLS Mandeville at the time, but I was the cricket connoisseur. So they asked me to come in and send daily. I don't even remember what form because I wasn't doing it live, but I was covering the game. And after the game, the journalist wanted to talk to Mark Taylor. In those days, the dressing room was under where George had standing.
Right.
The North Stand wasn't built yet.
No.
And we were out there waiting for about an hour and a half maybe after the game.
Yes.
And Mark Taylor wouldn't come out. He was there. The Australians were celebrating. Remember, this is the first team to beat West Indies in 15 years.
Correct.
And the celebration lasted long after the game. And we realized at one point they opened the door to kind of tell us that, eventually Mark would come out.
Yes.
And it's a whole something beer the man him having.
Oh, yes.
I used to hear that the Australians can drink. It's no joke. By the time Mark Taylor agreed, eventually came out to do the interview. He was standing a few feet from me, and I was, putting the mic to and fro. Yeah. I got drunk after the interview.
I can imagine.
The fumes coming off of the man breath.
That was a reason for them to drink because it's unheard of West Indies losing.
Yes, man. So I remember that game very, very, very well.
Yes.
I watched that every ball. So thank you, my boss, for this lovely piece
We'll definitely talk a lot.
Man. And you need to call.
Absolutely.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the program.
Yes, man. Good. All right, people, we'll take that break. I just had absolutely to do that. And then we'll come back to what we call regular programming in just a little while.
Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy, your one-stop solution for all your needs. We've got you covered. From prescription items to household essentials, toys, electronic items, and even an internet cafe. Come fill your prescription and stop at our deli for a scrumptious meal. Visit us at Shop 27 Bargain Village Mall, 35 Main Street, Maple, Clarendon, or call us at 986-2324 or 786-2222. You can WhatsApp your prescription to us at 876-313-8980 for a hassle-free experience. Tate's Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Clarendon College football team. Thank you for choosing Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
So refreshing. What's so refreshing, Sonia? The water is refreshing. Try it now. Where you get that from? No clean manufacturing water. So refreshing. Me like it. Clean water. Located at 20 Syndom Commercial, Old Harbour, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Telephone number 876-335-0448 or 876-648-7192 or email cleanconcept@gmail.com.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so greetings and salutations. Turn up this for me. Yeah, man. Yeah. Louder. Loud. You know me, I get that little deaf. So the louder the earphone, the better. All right, so we can go to the lines now. Enough things to talk about, but me not like when the callers are kept waiting, because me get enough cussing about the whole thing there when we talking to others. So long as somebody there, I'll take the call. So without any further ado, we take the first one. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins.
Yeah, Mount Salem. How you doing, boss?
One thing we like to get fixed this year, though, is this. Because, the producer tell me say I have an interview, and I don't have a clue who your interview or what it is all about. If that can be fixed this year, where we can hear the show again. Meanwhile, on.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man, that would be good, because I can't comment on nothing at all.
So you weren't hearing the gentleman a while ago?
No, nothing at all. You can't hear nothing until you come on.
Oh. Well, let me tell you what happened. Yeah. I was coming out of the car and coming to the lobby just a while ago, like 3 minutes to 1 o'clock. And I saw this gentleman pull up in a nice, bossy looking ride. And the man said, Mr. Higgins. And I was like, yes, sir, how you do? And him just wind down him window and I stretch out a book to me. And I said, I brought this for you. And I'd love to talk to you otherwise. I said, brother, I don't have the time. Yeah. And him say, I know. And an impulse just said, come in at the studio. Because clearly he wanted to say some things about cricket and thing. And I just on an impulse bring him in, and he was here for the first segment. That was it, basically.
Okay, all right.
So it was completely unplanned.
Yeah, man, no problem. But I see if I can do something about the phone line this year.
All right.
No, but yes. Well, me on your side of the argument, Mr. Higgins, as you know, me on your side of the argument with Steve Smith and Brian Lara. But me have a little concern with you, though, Mr. Higgins. Over a year and a half or so, we know you mention nothing about the comparison. But as soon as Steve Smith make 2 centuries in another series there, we hear from you. Why is that?
Because everybody was saying Steve Smith done. That man, you're not good, him now going to make no more runs.
So from that perspective, you're talking.
Yes.
I call out shipping port too, you know. Shipping port, I'm a virgin, and I'm one of them where I say Steve Smith now make no more century, and Steve Smith shame him, you know.
Yes, so because everybody was saying Steve Smith done, and him now, me not nothing to say. But when the man come back and crack 2 centuries against a big side like India, then him wake me back up again, man. So people have to go up that.
Fit you, yes.
Indeed.
So, yeah, man. Me know Smith, shipping port like I have a problem thing, but me know say in shaming. But the other thing, Mr. Higgins, me like how Boomerang get the man of the series, because people always have this tendency to say me agree, say boy, if a man perform well in on the winning side, him forget it. But not in all cases, you know, because we now pick a man of the winning team, you know, we have pick a man of the match, you know.
Yes.
And as Boomer clearly show that you can have an outstanding performer in the match or in the series, and in team not necessarily winning.
True.
So where were you before Bumrah in this argument, Mr. Higgins? In
All
terms
right.
of a man of match and a man of the team.
So let me tell you what happened. The day that you called correction to talk about it, I was still not off vacation yet, but I was listening to the radio. And you were telling correction that what Bumrah is doing, he's in line to get man of the series. And correction was saying, boy, but Pat Cummings was not only getting wicket, but making runs and things. Immediately as the program ended, I called correction. And I said, correction, you said that's something about Mount Salem I talked to you about Bumrah. Don't take it light. What Bumrah is doing in this series is probably the greatest ever bowling performance in the history of cricket by a bowler in outside of his own conditions. Certainly in the last maybe 50 years. Bumrah had gone, I think, 30 wickets at 12.8 something a piece.
Something there about. Yeah.
He ended up with 32 at 13 a piece. So I was saying to correction. Yes, so Bumrah doing another series, yeah. I would be surprised if them didn't give him the man of the series.
But in
fairness to correction, he never contest because he said he didn't know.
No, because him say in the absence of the figures, though, him never really privy to the figures because he never did watch it closely.
Yes.
But the thing is, the thing what interesting about that, Mr. Higgins, is Bumrah. I don't know if it is true because you're more in depth about the pitches more than me. But them say the fifth test was the most bowler friendly, the one that he was injured for the most of it far.
Yeah, man.
Was it the most bowler friendly one?
It definitely was assisting the bowler. Put it this way, if Bumrah was fit on that last day, I wouldn't rule out India coming back to win. Because
I think the 2 wickets he got, was I think the Wapner and Lamashane. The only 2 wickets when go down, Remember after I get that 2 wicket there, he no gets the ball again,
Yeah, man.
So, them did I say him rule missing out on that wicket because them I say he don't get chances are he don't get over 40 wickets.
Who knows?
In that 5-match series, and that would be unprecedented.
We can't know, but he would have been a handful.
We can't know, Mr. Higgins, but you always teach us,
Yeah,
it would be reasonable
to
what you teach us,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I've been teaching well. Yeah, man. Yesterday, yeah, cool. People, I was talking to some Indian, well, at least one Indian brethren I have, and after the series, I was asking about Bumrah. When I say Indian brethren, a Caribbean man of Indian descent. So when I talk about a Indian, will live over India. And I was making the case that Bumrah at this point in time is as good as anybody will ever bowl cricket ball in Test cricket. Up to this point of him career, me attack, he's the only bowler who have taken 200 wickets at less than 20 apiece. And the Virgin was giving me a very interesting story. Him say him understands that Bumrah's parents never wanted Bumrah to play no cricket. I forget what him say Bumrah's parents did for a living. And him say Bumrah learned the art of bowling indoors, like in a one passage in his house, I don't know if that is what accounts for his fairly short run-up. But him said when Bumrah mother, I suspect probably at 8, 10, maybe them little young age there. Him say when Bumrah mother or him father wouldn't allow him to go outside to play, Bumrah used to take a ball, in the passage in his house, and run in and do things and watch people on the TV and run in and passage him learn him action and him run up, And I was like, boy, that's something they name passion, and that's something they talk about. It's not administrators cause that. It's not money cause that. That is a youth who love cricket and was determined to play. That, brother, not normal. I hear people say him chewing. It's not true. The action there and him elbow look iffy. Is him wrist. And it's not the wrist you look at when you're determining if people chew or not. So that is that about Bumrah. All right, I must announce that G-Star and Garvey will be going at it a little bit after 2. So we're having another face-off today. We had one yesterday with who was it? CC and Physio. And we had one, I think, the previous day with Preacher and Garvey. Now Garvey's back again. He'll be talking with G-Star about who should get the MVP for the current NFL season. You know who Garvey going to say? The Kansas man, Patrick Mahomes, and I think G-Star going to say Josh Allen. Will be fascinating to hear that face-off. I love these face-offs, you know, because for me, it tests your ability to make sense in front of a man who is coming with good questions. So most of the callers don't like the debate. They don't like the formality about it, and that they will be judged who win or who lose based on judges and callers. A lot of callers are shying away from that. It's too final and too much bragging rights. I think more of the callers prefer the facing off when they can tell themselves, say, boy, I made it kill you. And you can, the opposing man can come up with the same view. So listen out for it. In the meantime, the show goes on. 6766964. Before the break, let me just give you, West Indies have started their warm-up game in Pakistan before the first test. It is against what them call it, the Shaheen 11. When I asked them what Shaheen mean, them says basically like a Pakistan 80. And the West Indies at stumps on day one after 74 overs only. So clearly there were some, late start or early close, could be. West Indies 273 for 7. Craig Brathwaite made 34 from 39 ball. Craig usually doesn't score as quick. Craig hit 5 4s and a 6 out for 34. Opened with Mikhail Louis, who also got 34 from 63 balls with a 53 strike rate. 5 4s and a 6. These two put on 47 for the opening wicket. Batting at 3 was Casey Carty. He got 22 from 46 balls, 3 4s. Kavem Hodge batted 4, made 17 from 22 balls, 2 4s. Alec Athanaze came at 5, made 99 from all accounts, a pretty decent innings, 15 4s and a 6. Now, I was thinking that Athanaze could very well be dropped for this first test, the way how he got out at Sabine and the way how I see him getting out in some of the one-dayers against Bangladesh. But with a 99 in the warm-up game just before the test match, it got hard for drop him. Justin Greaves was run out for 5. Tevin Imlak, who can keep and bat, made 13. And then interestingly enough, Amir Django, who made his one-day debut. Remember that Amir Django brethren there, who made his one-day debut against Bangladesh and make 100. He's still there at the close with 29 not out. He also can keep wickets. The other not out batsman is Joshua De Silva on 11. So that was the West Indies scorecard, batting first, day 1, on the opening day of the warm-up game against the Pakistan 8. We'll take a break then. We're coming right.
At the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service, we are driven by service excellence. Visit mof.gov.jm for more info. The time by the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is
1:30.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. Salford City boss Carl Robinson says preparing to face Manchester City in the FA Cup third round is easy because of the caliber of their opponent. The Amis make the short trip to the Etihad Stadium on Saturday to face off against a City side who have struggled for form in recent months. That is in contrast to Salford's own performances, having won 6 consecutive games to surge up to third in the League 2 table. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
You're listening to Omega Radio. Broadcasting live. Omega Radio.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so 676-6968, right? Right, Nick? 676-6968. You know the number, those. Yeah, that sounds like it. 676-6968. Those are your numbers. Call now while you're in the system. Where was I? How many of you know that there will be is it a new regional T20 tournament coming up? Different from the CPL. I learned that only, I wish night, 2 nights ago, I hear that, you know. This is where the focus of the world is going, and this is the focus where the West Indies is going. Another T20 tournament that will, I suppose the CPL will use that tournament to help pick people for the CPL. So you know what that means. More and more youngsters are going to be tuned into that farm of the game there. And absolutely nothing wrong with that, you know. But if we want to be successful in a test cricket, then not go down to tier 2. We have to do something about the liquor youth them and them love for the game. It's dog will eat our supper. So that's one other thing. Something else I want to pick your brains on. This morning I was having a chat with a football luminary in Jamaica. And the arguments came around to the Premier League where Mount Pleasant is leading, Mobay is second, and Gardens, I think, is third. Cavaliers at fourth. And I was making the case that Cavaliers seems to be not finding the same form as they did during the Caribbean tournament. We're coming to the car. And the person said to me that, well, Cavaliers should not run down a number one spot in terms of the number one in the league part of the JPL. Because I know it's league, then knockout. The person said to me, how many of the teams that have topped the points chart in the JPL in the last 6-7 years have gone on to win the league? And I couldn't tell him. Now, I haven't done the check myself, but the person said the last team that topped the charts in terms of points and still went on to win was Portmore in must have 2018-19. Somebody can do that check for me. All right. Make we go to the next call. Hello.
Yo, Orville. Wagwan.
The great Berto from Calabar. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Same to you, my boy.
Still early to say that it's too late now. I don't remember.
I
wonder if it's too late to say Happy New Year now. You're gone already.
Nah, man. I'll if I August you call.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things I want to mention. I want to talk, I know you have a face-off coming up, but I want to talk about the MVP thing really quickly.
Yes.
And then one quick thing on the cricket and Sammy thing.
Yes.
On the MVP thing, let me tell you something. That MVP award in the US for the major sports, basketball and football, is more of a narrative award than it is an actual award performance for MVP. You know? And let me tell you why I say that. If you notice,
Does this include the NFL as well? Does your argument include
Yeah, man,
the NFL?
I'm including the NFL and the NBA.
All right.
If you notice nowadays, the discussion for the MVP starts even before the season starts.
Yeah.
And what I see them doing a lot is them select the people who them think they're the MVP, and those names are literally talked about all throughout the season as the potential MVP. And what it does is it creates in the mind of the voters some kind of a bias, to where in some instances they never really watch these people or know their stats. But these are the people that are being talked about the most. So therefore, they have the best chance of getting MVP. And I say that to say, look at for example now, even in the basketball, they have a tracker. The season is not even halfway done yet. They have a tracker for MVP with Shea, Gilchrist, with Jokic, what's his name?
Yeah, man, Djokovic, yeah.
And the other fellow there, from Boston, Tatum and them guys there.
Yeah.
And what they do is they continuously push those names as the narrative for MVP, which in a way biases it. So let me put it to football now.
But aren't the names before you run, aren't the names that they usually push, generally speaking, the names that are expected to be in the mix for real?
In some regards, but here's my problem with that, right? And again, this is my experience from watching what I'm seeing. What it does is it eliminates anybody else coming into the conversation.
It does?
It's almost like the reporters stop watching everybody else and just focus on those people. And it also has a bias to it where it seems to me they push the people who they really want to be MVP. And I'm going to go to the football, why I say to the football. Patrick Mahomes have the best record in the league, right?
Patrick Mahomes or his team?
Well, he's the quarterback for
No. I don't like when you say Patrick Mahomes has the best record. Better you tell me that Kansas City has the best record.
Kansas City has the best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
Going into the playoffs. And he's the defending champion of the NFL, right?
Yeah.
But nobody's talking about him being the MVP.
Because the people are saying that despite...
It is almost like fatigue, voter fatigue in some instances with some of these guys. Where they have done so well over the years, people just tired of voting for them and want to give a new guy a chance.
But what about the argument that it is his subpar performances this year? Why he's not? The
man Steven's 15 and 2.
No, man, we're not talking about the man team.
Call it 15 and 1 because the one game he lost, the last game they lost to the Broncos, he didn't play.
No, but we're not talking his team. But what about his own individual performance?
I cannot for the life of me understand why people are criticizing his performance. The man has performed well.
No, they're not criticizing it. They are saying that he's not. From what I hear and the little that I read, he's not performing at the level that Josh Allen is performing at, despite his team's 15-1 record.
Again, you know what's the key thing what you just said a while ago? What you read. Again, this is what.
No, man, but from here, even
put
people.
Out a narrative. I put out a particular narrative which includes certain players and excludes the players that I'm really not interested in.
No, but all right, let me tell you what people have been saying to me. That Patrick Mahomes is the face of the league. And the powers that be, it hurts them. In other words, he's the blue-eyed boy of the league. So it's not that them nangi. It's dear boy. Is the darling of the media, so to speak. So the fact that he's not in the mix is not because them are fighting. Because a man say at the face of the league. So I don't think there's a conspiracy against.
It is funny to me that people say he's not played well this year. His team is 15-2. I mean,
no, them not saying no play. No. Hold on, Berto. They haven't. Hold on, Berto, man. Look for reason. They haven't said, certainly not on this program, that he's not playing well. They are saying that he's not playing at his usual standards and he's not playing as well as Josh Allen, minute by minute.
And that is what I can't understand. What do we call his usual standards? Has he ever had a 15-1 season?
Yeah, talk about him team, big man. Much time you gonna tell you that?
Him is the center of the team as the quarterback.
So you're saying if your team has a 15-1 record, you are playing. You are the quarterback. You're having an outstanding season.
Don't we always talk about the quarterback as the center of the team, as the main?
So you're saying
any team?
No. So you're saying no. If your team has a 15-1 record, you are playing no quarterback is playing better than you. Oh, what kind of sport that?
No, I'm not saying that in full context. What I'm saying is
either you answer that or you're not answer that, Bertie.
I would want somebody to show me. No, I want somebody to show me how he's playing worse this season than he did any other season.
All right, them said Josh Allen.
That's what I'm asking.
Them said Josh Allen and some other man play better than him. Don't ask me the specifics.
Josh Allen beat him in one game, yes, a very good.
I'm not talking about no man. We are talking about season, the whole season. Is Josh Allen a better quarterback this season than Patrick Mahomes? No. Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league this season.
Yes, in my opinion, from what I've seen, I cannot see a quarterback that I would want over Patrick Mahomes this season, last season, or the season before.
Me not argue.
And you know the beautiful thing. I don't want Jackson to win. Why? Because I need him to go win a Super Bowl first. The worst thing I'd want for Jackson is to be known as the regular season MVP god, but he can't win a Super Bowl. Because when it matters is when I really want to see guys step up. Now, Josh Allen have a great opportunity to try and step up this season and win the Super Bowl. Yeah. But until I see that, listen, if Josh Allen wins the MVP,
yeah,
I really don't care either way. Because to me, the Super Bowl is where it really is at. But I believe that the narrative is being pushed for Josh Allen to win. Even if Lamar Jackson has better numbers than him.
Let me tell you what somebody said to me a while ago. Remember, this is the Bright People Show. So you have to sharp. You said that there could be voter fatigue. I think in other areas they call it voter apathy. The person said the last time Mahomes won the MVP was in 2022. So there couldn't be voter fatigue about voting for.
Why couldn't there be?
Then if the last time you voted for the man was in 2022 as MVP.
For the last 2 or 3 years.
He has been what?
It's just like in the NBA. You could have given Michael Jordan during his reign or even LeBron the MVP every season. But some people have got tired and gave it to Malone, get it over him. Charles Barkley, get it over him.
Stop.
Other guys got it over him because people are tired of voting.
Remember who we attacked. Remember Orville attacked. I don't know the NFL like you, but I know a bramble argument when I hear it. If the man last won MVP in 2022, which means that 2 seasons have passed for him to win MVP. For you to say that the public not voting for him now because they're tired to vote for him before is a bramble conclusion to far.
Well, I'm going to stick to my conclusion in the sense that Patrick Mahomes' name was not being touted from the get-go. If you follow the narrative throughout the season, Patrick Mahomes' name was not being mentioned as one of the forerunners.
One of the NFL man them call. Hold on. I'm going to make one of the NFL man call and take one right now. You are staying on the line? Me no want to take you.
That's something to do now.
Oh, yeah, run.
But let me run for real. I want to last one cricket point 6.
I will give you 1 minute. Because your son brambles up to this point by the NFL.
Well, I know, Bramble is here. I was doing here.
We'll make you make the cricket point. 1 moment we are getting it. Hold on. Super.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
It's your favorite gospel DJ. My name is Jermaine Morgan, popular known as the Brother Frisco. Joins me weekdays and weekend on your radio. On Mondays, it's 4 p.m. through to 9. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. through to 7 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays, 4 p.m. through to 9. And on Saturdays and Sundays, it's 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. on Omega Radio, locally and internationally. Where your afternoon will get better going into the evening, and your weekend will never be the same. Stay locked with Brother Frisco on your radio.
You're listening to Omega Radio, Broadcasting live. Omega. Radio Omega. Radio Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Berto. Make we hear
Yeah,
you.
the last point on cricket.
Yeah.
I feel like the Sammy thing, right? And again, this is another Bramble point. I think going to disagree or prove.
Well, the first point, Bramble. So unbramble on this one.
Bramble is an opinion, really. It's not a fact. Anyway, I believe that there's a Eastern Caribbean bias towards Darren Sammy. I honestly believe so.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in any way, shape, or form it can be shown that Darren Sammy got the job on any kind of a merit. But I believe that, Eastern Caribbean have their own love for Sammy.
Yeah.
And I believe that's played a big part in him being selected. I mean, nobody's even talking about the 2 love we will get from. Is 2 love or 3 love?
3 love.
Bangladesh.
Yeah.
In under 20 in the T20. 3 love from Bangladesh?
No man, it's in the 1 days we get the 3 love.
No man, the T20 we got 3 love. Check it out.
Huh?
Is it the T20?
At the T20 we get the 3 love.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And everybody's talking about how great it's so important. Even you, the cricket guru, didn't remember, so we get 3 love from Bangladesh.
No man, I remember, but I don't know why my mind that I said the 1 day we get it.
But because nobody's talking about it.
No, I never minded. I never had a problem with. I never had a problem with him getting the job for the T20s. He's a former T20 winning World Cup captain. Clearly has a way of motivating the dudes. Clearly understand T20 cricket. And when they added the 1 day to it, you could have swallow your face and take that doorstep. But the Test cricket version, no, I thought that was a stretch.
Maybe it is they're trying to save money by having one captain for all the teams.
Well, maybe.
Maybe that's the case, and one can understand that in a way. But
I don't think he will do no worse than nobody else still, I don't think our coaching have a problem.
I don't know why nobody's talking about him getting a 3 love sweep from Bangladesh.
All right.
T20, which is supposed to be strong.
Maybe because his overall record in T20 is not that bad. He took the team from 9th and they are now 4th. But he got the 1 day team at 10th and they are still 10th. So nothing special there. But Berto, we leave it.
Bramble for the day, sir.
No man, you bramble with the first part. You made up for it in the second part.
Bramble again, like I said, opinion.
All right, Berto, but big up yourself. Cool. Hello, we go back to the lines. All right, load it up there for me, Nick. 6766968. 6766968. Tell me when, Nick. Tell me when. Yeah. Which point did I make before the call? The Premier League, Jamaica Premier League. All right, we go to the call. I'll pick up on that point soon. Hello.
Yeah, man.
Oh, correction. How are you, sir?
Yeah. I'm there.
Yeah, man. What you say?
Right. I call in regards to a call I heard about I don't know how long it was on because as you know you can't hear the program while they're on the phone. But he was saying in regards to the MVP.
Yeah.
Yes, he was saying that the thing is tapped through a narrative by the analysts.
Yes.
In both basketball and football. But it doesn't care what narrative the analysts want to put forward. If the players don't back that up on the court or on the field,
exactly,
then all of that is going to come to naught.
Indeed.
So what the analysts do is based on the previous season and basically how the teams are constructed coming into the season.
Yes.
They will give you who they think will be the forerunner.
Which is normal.
Huh?
Which is normal. Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly. So, I just want to bring that forward.
Yeah, man. So what?
My background is a bit noisy. I don't know if it comes across.
We are here. We are here. You're still, but we're hearing the background noise as well. But you could continue.
Yeah, man. So I just want to clear that up. That players have to come and perform and to basically back up what the analysts are saying.
Yeah.
Unless that is done, everything is going to be futile. And you asked him a very good question when he said that basically by doing that you eliminate anybody else. That is not true. Because if someone that the analyst did not see come and have a breakout here or a outstanding team, then that person is going to push themselves into the equation.
Simple.
You understand?
Yeah, man. The man said the reason why they're not voting for Patrick Mahomes is because of voter fatigue. Some man can make so. And they say me controversial, you know, that's the wickedest part, you know. And otherwise, bright youth like Berto can make a point like that.
Yeah.
When I pointed out to him that Patrick Mahomes has not won the MVP for 2 years now, how can you have voter fatigue about voting for a man who no win the last 2 seasons?
Right.
How you explain that?
Right. All right. Next thing. I want to commend. I say Garvey has been calling since you have been back since this Monday.
Yeah.
You know, I was man enough to come out and call out Garvey when I think that he was, you know, not doing justice to himself.
Yes.
Knowing that Garvey is a bright, educated man.
Yes.
But I must say, Garvey, I commend you thus far. You are going well.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually look forward to hear Garvey this Monday. You can believe that?
I can believe that. Because on air, Garvey is pure box office. I would still like him to improve on his off-ear tantrums.
Well, I'm not business about the half-year.
You're not business about the half-year tantrums.
No.
Probably,
When you come on here, brother.
No, man, on air, Garvey's box office. Man.
Yeah,
Clearly.
man. Yeah, man, and I'm looking towards the face off between him and G-Star, you know?
Yeah, it should
So
be.
Garvey,
It should be another box office. Yeah.
Yeah, continue the same vein, you know, and keep it intact.
All right, sir. Yeah, man, listen out for it. G-Star versus Garvey debating.
Yeah, man, cool.
Who should be the NFL MVP anytime after 2 o'clock. So, make we hear from you before that, because that will take, who knows, maybe 10, 15 minutes between the two NFL gurus about the NFL topic. So the JPL point I made now, the man said if they were a team vying for JPL honors, they would not push to be the team with the most wins. Because them said the team will win the most regular season games, though not winning the title. And must say above you win coming from 6th, finish 6th at the top 6 and come with. Waterhouse and them team there tap the thing 1 year and is nowhere to be found after that. So I don't know what to think about that. But we go back online. Hello.
What is our one?
The great QC.
Oh, go on. I just don't watch on Dream 11 match, boy.
Oh, don't have Savannah. The T10 are playing now.
Blabber squeeze out on 50 and the boy.
Yeah.
Inside win. Carnival. Yeah, are you alone?
Yeah, man, I'm alone.
You're more ask Orville. This tier 2 thing,
yeah.
When they want to test cricket playing it. What do you think?
Boy, I understand where the ICC is coming from. Although it hasn't been passed, it will be discussed, I understand, this weekend or into next week. I understand where the ICC is coming from, but it would be unfortunate if that happened.
No, but the thing we have to ask now, would it still be called test cricket? Tier 2.
They're not test cricket, man, yeah.
All right, so what are you saying now? Suppose a man come down at tier 2 now, still a play test cricket, and broke Brian Lara 400
I asked that question, you know. I really did ask that question. If we decide to go tier 2 and Bramble versus Bramble until them live up to the, how do we treat with records, general records, and that now would have to be looked into.
Next question I'm gonna ask now.
But let me ask you this though: if even without the tier 2, if somebody from Bangladesh now make 401 against somebody from Zimbabwe, I still beat Brian Lara record.
Yeah, but That's what I said. No, but I said, boy, if a tier 2, I just said, boy, a lower team my play. Record, brother. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Next question I'm more ask.
Yeah.
Listen to that question I know. You have the World Cup T20. What if one of the big side them we have good test side? Here with nothing like India and them always come last. You segregate the World Cup T20 side in a tier 2?
No, what they say is that in tier 2, money I make. The whole business of the tiers, my boss, is the lack of interest when the minnows them are playing. But in T20 cricket, even if the minnow them not as strong as the big dog them, but the minnow them they are closer in gaps in terms of quality. So on any given day, one Scotland team can come and just turn over West Indies, or Australia or them side, and Ireland can come and go on with that thing. Because one good performance from one man, 180 from 40 ball can decide a game. So they are not at this point in time prepared to do that in T20 cricket, because so much money I make, and when the minnows play the minnows, enough people still that the same way. Is test cricket are the problem?
You really believe that these people want to develop teams like West Indies were so dominant?
No, me tell you, it's a money thing, man. When West Indies play, there is no real public interest outside of West Indies.
No, but what I'm saying, they could make more money if they have more teams come up to standard by putting in infrastructure.
So you say
ICC no want to spend the money want to make money. It's like you didn't want to tell where it comes like that.
No, get yourself in trouble.
You understand me, I say?
No, but
if you want to make money, you have to invest money.
No, but hold on. If the ICC, you don't think that the ICC know that the more strong teams there are, the more ICC make money?
Yeah, but they're not prepared to spend money for develop cricket, Orville.
So you're saying the ICC should be spending more money with the minnow teams?
Of course.
Me not have no problem with that.
And that's the problem, because if you invest money, proper structure, proper lighting, the account, even some of them are loan with the money, then if you have 3 proper stadiums to develop the cricket, forget about the cricket.
And I don't hear the thing with me and Uno argue about it 5 years now. I don't think infrastructure develop cricket. I think it is people develop cricket. I love develop sport, my boss, and the infrastructure. I know. If you put one hockey stadium down at Westmoreland and think hockey are going to develop to no extent as we can take on the world, you're wrong.
You don't believe so when the man play down a triple down a money and come and survive in a park, sometimes the man play better.
Hold the line, my boss. Me tell you, say if you put a hockey stadium down at Petersville, where me come from, he rotten down and nobody no play hockey. Just stay about infrastructure. We give you 1 minute after the break, folks. Hold on.
Apply for your NHD refunds at nhd.gov.jm or via the NHD app. Do not click on any links offering to help you. The time by the NHD is
2 o'clock.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
People, I don't know what I will have to do for you all to get the message. Infrastructure don't create passion. If anything, it is passion that creates infrastructure. Infrastructure in and of itself don't make youth want to play sport. It is when you love sport, then you will seek to create the infrastructure. So merely building, if you put one long jump, one, what you call it, one, the rink, the discus, a rink you call it, that like a circle something. If you put it in the primary school where me grew up, maybe for a few weeks, some like a youth will go in there and try like a thing and say, I mean, I talk about a rink at world-class standard, the shot put rink and the discus. I don't know what I talk about. I don't even know the right name. That like a circle something where you wheel up and thing and then throw the shot put. Me visit my community down Westmoreland fairly regularly. Me I tell you, say if you drop one A-class rink down at Petersville all age, maybe for the first week or two, some like a youth go ting and two shot put. But me guarantee after 2 months, no look at youth no now look on that. They don't love it. And I feel them think that. So tell me about create infrastructure is putting the cart before the horse. You have to ensure first that people love it. Why do you think so many stadiums in Jamaica are run down? You ever go to the Sligoville Center in where did build in a KD DK constancy? Not really I go. But no, we have to take the music first. So we take the music. We need passion before infrastructure, people, not the other way around. All right, so we take the song and then we have the face off with. Oh, all right. So I never even realized that we come over with the caller. Yeah. Who will say we are getting 1 minute?
But what may I say?
QC. Yeah.
But me never mention nothing about passion, you know, brother.
Yeah, I said infrastructure.
Already have, but you know, me done. Me I talk about people who already have passion. They will develop. That means you how passion come like this.
Oh.
Me never mention to you not more passion, brother. Infrastructure with people with passion. You must improve. And that's the point me I try to make to you.
So we must build a stadium just for the few that are interested.
You know, the development we are talking about, brother. We not talking about you can't build something for somebody when they're interested. That don't make sense.
No. So the few youth in Jamaica where I play cricket now, we must fix up Sabina and build some more things just for them like a youth there. It not as easy as you think, you know.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously. Man, not cricket who we develop, brother. You're not even a proper nest on a Sabina Park.
Yeah, you have to fix those. You have to fix those.
He's a madman.
No.
That's how people have passion. Passion with infrastructure, you will develop.
Yeah, for the elite cricketers, them forget the best facilities that they can.
You are create infrastructure for people who have passion, brother.
All right.
They will develop.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Fair point. That's it. All right, QC gone. So I could take the music now and then understand both Garvey and G-Star should be waiting in the wings. The first selection is one from Christopher Gale featuring Duino. I know Cramps we are talking about. I want different Chris Gale. Okay, so it's not the world boss, but it's not the universe boss, but it's Christopher Gale featuring Duino, and it's called The Wall.
Oh, na 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 na. I do it on around me, God put you all around me. Satan, me know you can't stop me. Now all around me, God put you all around me. Satan, me know you can't stop me. Him can't go around me wall, him can't go above me wall, him can't go under the wall. No, sir, nothing him can't do me at all. So when me lift up me right down up there, when me lift up me left hand, man I shout praises to God. All around the world, man, different. Now all around me, God put you all around me. Satan, me know you can't stop me. Now all around me, God put you all around me. Satan, me know you can't stop me.
Jesus, feel offense, now I walk through out all the evil deeds, me stand tall. Hope that them are free, but I got me a call up on me knees, make the enemies fall up. And one thing them no know, say me covered so I better them go. One thing when me sure, the wall is stronger than the one that Jerry Africa. Oh, yeah.
Now all around me, God put you all on me. See it and me know you can't stop me. Now all around me, God put you all on me. See it and me know you can't stop me. What if me tell you said the wall God build around me can build around you? What if me tell you anything God do then he can do it again in front of you?
This me I want you. Yeah, God I call you. There's nothing he can do. At this you feel no. Yeah.
Now all around me, God put you all around me. See it and me know you can't stop me. Now all around me, God put you all around me. See it and me know you can't stop me. Now all around me, God put you all around me. See it and me know.
All right, Chris Gill and Duino singing about the wall. God put the wall around me. And that was brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. We should be having G-Star and Gav, you know. They're both there. All right, them calling in. So G-Star, if you're listening, call in. And Gav, if you're listening, calling. It's the battle of the G's, you could say. G-Star and Gavi. So make we hear how the G's will have it. And the only rule of the G-Star.
Afternoon.
All right, big up G-Star. Garvey, if you're listening, call us right now. So we talked to them from early. We're waiting on your opponent, your counterpart. I like the terminology. Before the fireworks
can I
start.
get into what Bertha was saying in the meantime, in between time?
And that won't give away your points.
No, man. Well, I just keep it to the NBA.
All right, cool.
All right.
Garvey, we're giving you 2 minutes to call. You want Garvey's number? Hold on the G-Star. You want Garvey's number to call him? Talk to me, then, Nick. He called before. So me, I said I could just give you a number for Garvey, and you just. Well, I don't think it's a case of Garvey not calling through still. All right, me give you 2 minutes for him call. I never decide. Yeah, G-Star.
Yeah. So all right. So the Joker won the award last year. What was the narrative for the Joker? There's voter fatigue for Joker. Joker's won 3
out of the last 4.
The last 4 years.
Yeah. And if him win this year, 4 out of the last 5.
And
but,
then who I thought who should have won it last year was Shea Gilchrist-Alexander. But even when you look at the landscape of it this year, who's up for the MVP in the NBA? I'd love for him to tell us that. So do I agree with the narrative in the NFL though? And do narratives exist? Absolutely. They do. But usually in the NFL, the person who should win the MVP usually wins the MVP.
All right. Hold on, G-Star. Miss B, he's not calling through. Come for his number, Miss B. I'll give you a number, but try calling him directly. If it's not working, then we just have G-Star doing his own presentation. Right, Miss B? Come and give you a number for Gavi. Hey, G-Star, keep going.
Yeah. So all I'm really saying is, is there a narrative for Josh Allen?
What's the narrative?
Absolutely.
What's the narrative? What's the preseason narrative?
No, I don't know about no preseason narrative.
No, but that was thing the point, you know. That was Berta's point.
I don't remember there being a preseason narrative. There might be a preseason favorite for MVP, but there was no going into the season. There's no preseason narrative. But the narrative right now for Josh Allen is that, and Garvey was somewhat right when he mentioned this, that people keep claiming that Josh Allen doesn't have enough help, but that is because he had some all-star players, Mr. Higgins, on defense and on offense that left. A player by the name of Stephon Diggs. He was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He left. He wanted to leave Buffalo, and he left. His second wide receiver, he also left. And then there's probably about 3 or 4 players, Pro Bowl players on defense that left.
Yeah.
So the cupboard was bare, or the cupboard was supposed to be bare for Josh Allen, right? But when you're a great player, and
No,
you're a
no,
great
but
QB,
you said that
can carry yourself.
you said that you're not ruling out a narrative. What would that narrative be?
Who am I ruling out?
You said that there could be narratives in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm asking what could those narratives be, or what are those narratives?
No, I just told you the fact that he's doing more with less, right? For instance, they said that because what's his name? Lamar Jackson has King Henry, right? But when you add up the whole offensive weapons for Baltimore and all of the offensive weapons for Buffalo, it's pretty close.
Oh well.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there was a narrative driven the fact that Josh Allen, he's kind of playing by himself. He doesn't have as many all-stars, but he has a lot of good players. Right? So that was a narrative. And what Bertha said about voters fatigue, that would apply to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson won it last year. Lamar Jackson has already won 2 MVPs. Patrick Mahomes has already won 2 MVPs. So if Lamar Jackson wins another MVP, then what's the consensus? So what's the narrative we can draw from that?
You have to ask
He's been a
Bertha.
better regular season. He's been a better regular season player over the last years than Patrick Mahomes. So that is why they kind of go with somebody else, because they don't want one person necessarily piling up too much MVPs. So Joker this year, Mr. Higgins.
So you agree that the voters don't want no one man win MVP?
There is
and all that?
voters fatigue. Yeah. There is voters fatigue for sure.
Really?
But when the man said but when he said LeBron James, stop it, Berko. LeBron should have won that MVP.
No, but hold on.
Stop it.
You are talking. Hold on. You are talking as if the voters get together and say, "We not vote for that man." It's still an individual decision. Hold the line though. I'll take on that voters fatigue.
Remember, there's a narrative.
Hold on. Understand, Garvey's here. Enough of me. Garvey, you there, sir?
All
right. G-Star?
Yeah.
All right. We're hearing each other?
Yeah, man, I hear man.
All right. So let me establish what.
Loud and clear.
Let me establish what the mood is. We're going to take a break right now and then. What is the mood?
Yeah, go on.
No, the mood. I'm saying that the argument that they're using to give Josh Allen the MVP. If you use that argument, then Patrick Mahomes is more deserving.
No, I don't like that.
No, hold on. Here's what I am arguing. Straight. Josh Allen should be the MVP this year over Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I prefer that. Straightforward.
That is idiotic, because we can't argue that when I already told you yesterday that Josh Allen, I told you yesterday, Orville, I said Josh Allen will win the MVP. However,
no, we're not talking about whether. No, hold on. Let me host the show. All right, let me come back after this break. Let me come back right after the break.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15. The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend the very best wishes to you and your family for a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable holiday. Whether you're effecting clearance at the port, traveling to and from the airport, or undertaking other transactions, we urge you to travel safely, use good judgment, and stay within the speed limit. We thank you for your support throughout 2024 and look forward to a healthy, prosperous, and productive new year. Happy New Year from Jamaica Customs.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica, local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, on my knees, I've learned to stand.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Radio Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so Garvey and G-Star. Garvey, you're still there?
Yeah, I'm there, man.
So the mood, it doesn't matter if you think they will give it to Josh Allen. The mood should Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, who deserve to be MVP more, irrespective of who they give. So the mood is, who is the most deserved winner? Not who they will give.
For this season.
For this season.
For this regular season.
You're good with that, Garvey?
Go on.
No, man, you're good with it or you're not good with it? Coming over halfway through the thing.
Man.
Run it.
Run it, man.
G-Star, talk about it. G-Star, talk about it.
All right. Wait, so you ready?
Yeah, man. G-Star, make your case. But come a little closer to the phone, G-Star.
All right. What about now?
Yeah, man. Good.
Testing 1, 2.
Go ahead.
All right. Afternoon, Garvey and careless listeners. All right. Straight to the point. Right? Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Garvey has his favorite stat to judge quarterbacks. That is called total QBR. Right? It's a comprehensive quarterback rating. Patrick Mahomes' QBR is 67.9. That ranks 8th in the NFL. Josh Allen QBR is 77.2. That ranks 2nd in the NFL. Lamar Jackson leads it with 77.5. So he's only decimal points behind.
Right away, you're being
Lamar
disingenuous
Jackson.
to the public.
Tell us how.
Of all the quarterbacks that started every game for their teams this year, Patrick Mahomes is not 8th, sir.
What is it?
Of all the QBs that started every game for their teams this year, Patrick Mahomes ranks in the top 5.
He ranks
He
in
does.
the top 5.
Of all the QBs that started every game for their season.
All right,
their
while
team this year.
you're talking, I'll check that. But Josh
All right.
Josh Allen is still ahead of him, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay. What about QB rating, the other passer stat? Josh Allen is also ahead of him, right? 101 to 93.5. Okay.
What about passing yards and completion percentage?
No, but this is a quarterback rating is a
No, you went to two different stats. You used two different stats, boss.
Because it includes Garvey, no, don't be disingenuous. You know.
No,
that
you went to
passing
two
yards-
different stats.
No,
You
no,
didn't use
no,
one
no.
stat just now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you know that completion percentage, passing yards, touchdowns, etc., are included in passer rating. So why am I going to regurgitate every single stat when you have one
No,
stat
no,
that
man.
encapsulates the QB
No,
rating,
man.
boss?
You sound weak so far, G-Star. Very weak.
Oh, okay, by just presenting the stats? All right,
Very weak.
let me move on with my weakness, yeah? No. All of the QB, what he's for is to basically manage the game on offense and to put points on the board, right? The Buffalo Bills score 30.9 points a game. That's second in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs, Garvey, average 22.6. That's 15th in the NFL. That's a golf in offensive output. Yeah.
What? Okay, here's where you're being disingenuous again. Hold on. Here's where you're being disingenuous again, and this is why you see you have to have people in front of them to check them, Orville. So the last game of the season, Orville, the Chiefs rested all their real players, right? Mahomes did not play. None of their real players basically played. In that game, Orville, they failed to put up a single point. They were shut out, 0 points. So those 0 points count as a game. So that substantially drew down the points per game of the Kansas City Chiefs. No, you can't continue.
No, you know what? He is right about that, people. So let me do it. 22.6 Garvey times 17 equals 384, right? Right? So let's divide that down by 16. So it equals 24. So Josh Allen still puts up 31
But
points a game.
you see, Orville, what G-Star, you have totally changed the narrative. What we were arguing about yesterday in the Orville was who had more help. No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here was the contention yesterday, G-Star. Which one of them had
No.
more help?
But hold on. Let me host the show. What the contention was yesterday, Garvey, is not what we're doing now. The argument
What you
today.
mean what we're doing now? So
Hold on, let me, Garvey.
Because there was a
Garvey. No man, me go host the show. No, Garvey, you got Garvey. I said no. No. Listen, no. Hey, listen, Garvey. Hold on.
Which one of them had more?
No, Garvey. G-Star. Don't say anything, G-Star. Don't say a word, else that face off, you're done.
Came on and said, you know what the content
Hold on, Garvey.
You came on yesterday.
Hold on. Listen, if the two and hold on, then we end the face off. No, none at all.
What you mean no? Orville, what are you anti-Garvey or something?
Let me
hold on, G-Star.
Hold on, no. Me I say it one more. Me I say it one more time to both of you.
Josh Allen had less health than Patrick.
Hold on, G-Star, don't answer.
You came on to counter.
G-Star, don't answer.
Yeah.
Let me host the show.
So the man anti-Garvey. Everything is G-Star.
Because you're not listening, Garvey. Good. I'm saying what you and G-Star may or may not have said yesterday is irrelevant to the face-off now.
What you mean irrelevant? And
the face-off.
Me and G-Star prepared to argue about this from yesterday.
Hold on.
This morning,
this man, I got to host the show. This man,
we're taking
Garvey.
the public. You can't tell me that is irrelevant.
Garvey. I'm saying this for the last time. If you guys are changing
so you are gonna tell me what I should argue about?
The mood, let me stay calm and professional. The mood is
what is this?
Is Patrick Mahomes
no man, you are
or
you are totally
you are Garvey, what you do? Run the track. Just run the track.
No. Hold on. Is that it? No, if hold on up, G-Star.
Are you gonna back me up here? Yes or
G-Star.
No? G-Star. What
hold on, G-Star.
Was it not about who had more help?
Hold on, gentlemen. We won't have a face-off today.
So
no. We will not do this anymore. We won't have a face-off because the two are on while other people want to call for one reason, and it's to debate a mood for today.
Agreed.
So if Garvey is not prepared to have a debate on the mood, that is the question. I don't want to hear about who have more help. If it's the argument about help.
That's what we are arguing about.
No.
So that we were arguing about yesterday, G-Star. G-Star.
All right,
gentlemen.
Hold on, man. This is much to do about nothing, you know. Garvey.
Yeah, because Orville is obviously just being an anti-Garvey man right now. It's
Garvey.
obvious. I called yesterday and I established the mood. I said,
you know, so this, you know, so I'm not going to do this, Garvey. I'm not going to do this.
has done
all right.
With less.
Listen. G-Star. Let me tell you something. Garvey has, what time is it? Kind of things, me a joke. Garvey has 30 seconds to argue the mood for today, or other people call the show. I don't want to hear about.
No problem.
All right, so
All right, Orville,
G-Star, it was nice, G-Star.
It's not going to work.
All right, yeah.
Have a good day.
All right,
G-Star, big up yourself.
Good.
Come on. Yeah, man. Bless up, man. Bless
Thank
up.
you very much. And I know what's going to come into my phone. G-Star, the mood is, who is the real MVP?
said it already.
What he's saying now.
Having more help is a part of it.
No.
He wants to argue that.
No. He is telling me now, having more that unless that is part of the mood for today, and he's not prepared. But he was not allowing me to get him to understand that unless that argument is within the confines of the mood for today.
It would have been.
But listen to me. I said, G-Star, as a host of show for years. All Garvey has to do without losing his cool is say, you know, sometimes when you when you are going down a certain road and the opposing lawyer say irrelevant to the material or overrule, and the judge say overrule. All I want Garvey to do is to tell me whether the argument yesterday when I bring up has something to do with the mood of today. Now, if it did, all Garvey has to say is, Your Honor.
I was saying that.
No, but I know you said that. No. That's not your place, my boss. I have a radio program to run, and I want Garvey to stay within mood. All him have to tell me is that it is within mood.
All right, so here we know.
And since him not prepared to do that, because Garvey must be a law unto himself, it will not continue. And me run the radio program, not Garvey. And then I go read your text and just send them Garvey. So no matter said.
Yo, so hold on now. Can I get my 4 or 3 minutes to say?
Oh, you did have about about 3 already, so you can get another 2.
Yeah, man.
Good.
All right. So I was talking about the Bills points per game. The Bills rank second in points per game, which is ultimately why you pay the quarterback top dollar to have a proper offense, right? Kansas City is now, I know the Chiefs were ranked 15, but I said that is slightly skewed because of what Garvey said, in all honesty.
And I thought that was such a good point, you know. But Lord Jesus.
No, man, no, because Patrick Mahomes didn't play in the last game, so he shouldn't be affected by
right.
that. Right? So it's a good point. But let's talk about the Bills, the Bills defense now. Bills defense is ranked 11th overall. The Chiefs defense is ranked 4th overall. So who's been carrying who? It sounds like the Bills offense has been carrying the team, while the Chiefs defense.
You know what it sounds to me like, G-Star?
Yeah, like Josh Allen's a real MVP.
Like Garvey realized that his arguments about Patrick Mahomes are weak and not good enough. And he's
Garvey both?
And he's creating a diversion for us run after the radio. That is all that happened like a while. I want the face off more than anybody else. That face off benefit me more than it benefit you and Garvey. It is the sports desk that will benefit. But I want to have a face off within the rules. Hold on, let me make the point. Sir. I don't want a general discussion. You can call individually for that.
Yeah.
You understand the point I'm making? If we are going to have a face off, if we're going to have 2 callers one time, because the face off lasts longer than 5 minutes, you know. If other callers are going to have to subject themselves to hearing the tone up on the radio, there must be a central mood where the tone what about and have a diverging point. And all I was asking Garvey is, are you sure that whatever when you're gone back one of that I said yesterday is within the concept of the mood? If he's not prepared to at least give the judge the what you call it, you know, the honor of then Garvey can call tomorrow. Simple. And you know, since you have already said what you have to say, I'll give you 30 seconds to wrap up.
No man, you cut me off like about give me a minute, man.
No man. Then you're on the radio for about 4 minutes before Garvey come and some more.
But half of it is being stopped.
No man. Hear what we do.
Let me just finish.
No. All right. We have break on him something to take, you know. We have 1 now and some sponsored something, but we will make you come back after the break. 1 minute or 30 seconds after. Hold on. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. All right, my thing giving me a little issue here to come up, but I'll get to it in a little while. I'll get to it. My system, slow down there, Miss B. Hold on, I'll try one last time. One last time to get that Sports in a Minute that I had put away. Can we do it in? Hold on, it's opening up. It's opening up. It's opening up, people. Give me 30 seconds. Tell you what, Miss B, it's not coming. So we're moving. I can read one. All right, hold on. I'm reading the Sports a Minute off my phone, people, and my phone cheap and I walk. Okay. Let me count to 10. If it doesn't come in 10, all right, here we go. David Moyes is in talks with Everton over a potential return to Goodison Park after the sacking of manager Sean Dyche. While a deal is not yet done, and Moyes is not the only candidate, BBC Sport has been told by a well-placed resource that the Scot is the front runner. Talks are said to be progressing, but the Toffees could be running out of time to get something done and announced by Friday evening. It is still unclear how long Moyes' contract would be for. That is Sports in a Minute. Sponsored. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich Financing.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend the very best wishes to you and your family for a safe, peaceful, and enjoyable holiday. Whether you're effecting clearance at the port, traveling to and from the airport, or undertaking other transactions, we urge you to travel safely, use good judgment, and stay within the speed limit. We thank you for your support throughout 2024 and look forward to a healthy, prosperous, and productive new year. Happy New Year from Jamaica Customs.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can't get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, G-Star, you have a minute.
Yeah, man. So, I just think give some raw stats.
1 minute doing a G-Star. 1 minute.
Yeah, man, 1 minute.
Right.
So, Josh Allen has 41 total touchdowns compared to Patrick Mahomes' 28. Josh Allen also has less turnovers than Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes has 11 interceptions, and Josh Allen has 8 total turnovers. Right?
All right.
Now, there's also a thing called pocket time that says how much time you get in the pocket before you're either pressured or you throw the ball. Patrick Mahomes' pocket time is 2.3. Josh Allen is 2.4 seconds. That's negligible, right? But Patrick Mahomes has been sacked 36 times on the season. Josh Allen has only been sacked 14. One more stat now, Mr. Higgins. You talk about help and this and that. Don't talk about the alien. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is great, but right now it's the alien's time. All right? There's a thing called completed yards per attempt, Mr. Higgins. What that means is how far do you throw the ball down the field? Because let me just give you an example, Mr. Higgins. If I throw the ball to you for 5 yards and you run for 95, the quarterback is credited for 100 yards passing, right? So what this stat says is how far do you throw the ball down the field before you're
We have
catching
to
the ball?
leave it there, G-Star.
Yeah, man.
We said a
Josh
minute.
Allen,
G-Star, you've been on for
5.6,
about in total.
Mahomes 4.2.
You have been on in total for probably 15, 20 minutes. Give some others a chance.
All right.
Have
cool.
some consideration.
Yeah, man.
All right. So that's G-Star.
Cool.
It seems to me, people, that Garvey realized very early on in the piece that the arguments for this Josh Allen Virginia stack up too heavily. G-Star, who can be very bramble, but apparently today came stuck with information and was well prepared. Garvey wanted a diversion and a quarrel and run left the face off. That's nothing more than that. How we stay now, Miss B? We go back online. Hello.
Hi, good day. CC there.
CC, how you do?
Yeah, me good still, you know.
Yeah.
But you see, all want go on Orville,
the
two men argue, and none of them people are not going to win the MVP.
Who are going to
You see, so it's much
This is
ado
very
about
funny.
nothing, you know, because Lamar Jackson is going to be the MVP. Like,
This is
the
very
two men
funny.
argue.
Yeah.
You see, Lamar Jackson, the case against Lamar Jackson is mostly a playoff thing. Him have a losing record in the playoffs. That's what a lot of people hold against Lamar Jackson, you know.
But it
And the
shouldn't
next thing
affect
is going to
his
fatigue.
regular season MVP.
It's regular season. It's a regular season award. But you see, the voters, them, you have to remember it's a voting award, so people have them biases.
Yeah.
So, because Lamar Jackson would have not risen to the occasion in the playoff, so in their eyes, having won the MVP already, and he has won it twice, there might be a case where Josh Allen has never won the MVP. Patrick Mahomes have won it before. So Josh Allen having this stellar season, with a little better team record than Lamar Jackson, they might consider giving it to Josh Allen. But what I want people to understand is that if Lamar Jackson wins the MVP, nobody was robbed.
Yeah, he's a legitimate contender.
To be made. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're saying that Lamar Jackson at this point is a legitimate contender.
Yes, so if he wins it, I don't want G-Star to come on the radio. Josh Allen was wrong. The alien was robbed. No, he was not robbed because either player, just likely if Josh Allen wins it, nobody should come and say Lamar Jackson was robbed.
Yes.
It's that close. You understand what I said, Orville?
I
It's
hear
that
you.
close.
I hear you, sir.
So if either persons win, yeah, I wouldn't say so. But I believe that Lamar Jackson is going to win, even though the odds is against him when they have this thing about voter fatigue. Moving on to the point I'm going to come with.
Yeah.
Not Giannis. The NBA, Joker, Nikola Jokic, right?
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic right now, his team is sitting in fourth in the NBA Western Conference. However, Nikola Jokic is averaging 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 9.7 assists. Possibly going to be averaging a triple-double by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic have won the MVP 3 times, Orville.
In the last 4 seasons.
If it is in the last 5 seasons, in the last 4 years, yes.
Yeah.
In the last 4 years, I believe.
If he wins this year,
He
it
won
will
it
be
3.
4 out of 5.
It's 4 out of 5. But it's the same thing that people are talking about, voter fatigue. If it is that the case, if a person is going to use team record to give an MVP over in the NFL part, you probably use a team record in the NBA. In the NBA, you use a team record in the NBA, you would give it to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, because Shea is up there in terms of his productivity for OKC, and they're the best team in the Western Conference.
Yes.
But I'm looking at it and saying that Nikola Jokic being a center and averaging almost, if he averages a triple-double as a center, this is something that will be unprecedented. No center in the history of basketball have ever averaged a triple-double. None for the season.
Okay.
Only a guard has done it. Russell Westbrook, Oscar Robertson. So that means he would have done something that has never been done in basketball history.
Right.
If his team happens to finish in 6th place, like Westbrook, who finished in 6th place with his team and won the MVP, I'm wondering if they're going to use voter fatigue coupled with the fact that his team would have finished 6th and Shea finished first, if this team finished first, and not give Nikola Jokic. But I believe Orville, based on what Nikola Jokic is doing,
yeah,
and he had a back-to-back 40 points game against Victor Wembanyama, who is actually 4th on the MVP ladder as well. And so I'm looking at it and say, what he's currently doing, Nikola Jokic is the leading candidate in my eyes for the MVP this season. But it just goes to show you that, as you say, with voter bias, just like in the NFL, where one player would have won it multiple times, the other player did not win any as yet, but he has had stellar seasons back-to-back already, and they're thinking that, oh, if this player win it, and also it might impact the history of the NBA because Nikola Jokic now will enter the realm of the only other person, say, Kareem has 6, Jordan has 5, LeBron has 4.
If there is
I don't think nobody else has 4.
Yeah, but the voter apathy thing, I'm not sure how much credence to give to that. It's not like people, all of them in a one building, and them say, yeah, we'll get it with the money. These are still individual people that are yard when they necessarily communicate with the other people. You know?
Yeah, but there are people not communicating with each other, but you have persons who have voted and come out and use that word.
In Joker's case, the man went through to 4. That means if there was voter fatigue, he wouldn't get it. The fact is that Joker just the best player in the NBA to me in the last 4 years. And rightly deserved. And rightly deserved that all the accolades him again. Yeah.
But 1 year that Joker possibly should have arguably have 4 out of 4.
Yeah, but me I said clearly they didn't think so. But 3 out of 4, me not think, if him not get it this year, me not think it's because of voter apathy. Them just think somebody play better. So
yeah,
me don't know about this.
If I'm telling Orville though, the final thing I'm gonna say is this.
Oh, you guys say the final thing? Hold on, your final thing usually take 5 minutes. It's 2:43.
No man, I want 1 minute this month.
All right.
Yeah man, the final thing is this. If you are voting on a particular subject matter and you and a group of the voters come out and states that voter fatigue is something that they take into consideration, then you have solid the practice. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
Yeah, man. Big up.
God, CC has curtailed this call to within time. Let's give him a round of applause. CC actually done him call before we have to say CC. Oh God, man. All right, so we could take the break now, Miss B, and then we can come back with the other calls. Remember the number 676-6968. We're coming.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission, JADCO, needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jm. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Set the trend, set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
Can't even no, without you holding my hand.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all help, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media, for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so this is the program, 676-6968. Those are the numbers. We'll go back online. Hello.
Well, Mr. Yacha is very hard to discredit me.
Cut off the man there after the radio.
Yacha is very
Cut him off, cut him off. Not going to that. Not going to start that way. Say what you want to say after that, guy. For one, you were on here before, and we don't allow callers to call the same program twice on the same day. That has been a long established principle, and Garvey, you won't be allowed to break that. Secondly, I was saying 5 minutes before that Garvey was box office caller. When G-Star reached out to me this morning, people, and asked if I was going to continue to have the face-off, I said yes, although Garvey did one 2 days ago. And I'm saying yes. I would have said no if it was two other people, you know. But I know what Garvey brings to radio. But Garvey is unable to control himself. Why would I be discrediting you when I'm me? I put you up on the radio for discuss that thing, my boss? The other day when you asked the question to Preacher about how can you say all quarters are important, but yet for the fourth quarter you want Mahomes. I said to Preacher on ear, Preacher, that's a brilliant question that the man asked you. Was I discrediting you then? Was I discrediting you 5 minutes before you come on here that Garvey is box office? Him just need to sort out him off-ear things. Garvey, let me tell you something, Garvey. I run this program, not you. You want to think I am trying to discredit you, keep that kind of opinion to yourself. Don't call radio and talk that kind of rubbish. No news for it, no time. This program can run very well without you, my boss. If you're going to come on and behave normal like everybody else, then you're welcome. If you're going to come on with your bad behaving self, I will have no time for it, my boss. This program is perfectly fine without you or without any individual where I come defend you. I mean, at least two ways soon. You need to behave yourself, big man. Sure. Next one. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Mr. Higgins. Happy belated New Year greetings to you and Sudan.
Who is this again?
Your brethren from Panistone, Talman.
Talman. How are you, Talman?
Me there, man. Me there listening to Garvey.
Garvey
We're
just
going
behave
discipline
himself.
and all them things there again. But you just a waste time in the New Year again, Mr. Higgins.
When you say me a waste time, what do you mean?
Then your house is show, boss. When a man now comply, man, you cut him off. That Mr. Multi Perkins there, man. You are wasting too much time.
But didn't me should have cut him off during the...
You should cut him off because man G-Star come to face off.
Yeah.
And him changed the argument from yesterday. I was listening to the conversation yesterday, you know.
Yeah.
And him come with a different opinion because when a man knows him can't win him have a cut and switch.
Yeah.
So switch him, switch and go and say nobody will say back to business.
But isn't that what I did?
No, you did talk. Even me call a while ago, you did still the same people calling about that. Forget that, man, and move on, man.
But I did move
on. 2025, no mistakes, man.
All right.
Move on, man.
What say you, Adam?
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
my point now is the tier 2 thing that them put West Indies into now.
Yes.
I just say West Indies drop bar, tier 2 soon gonna soon reach tier 3. The weak side, then we have to go play Highland, Bangladesh and all those things.
Remember, it's not law yet, it's just something with them say they're going to talk about. So make we see before we jump the gun.
In the family yet?
No.
Oh.
The ICC not even discuss it formally yet. They said that is one of the agendas that they may look at. So we're not, it never even come to that formally yet.
Them just propose it.
I don't even think it's a formal proposal yet. It's just something where people are talking about. And the ICC, I say, all right, make we meet and see if we can have some kind of consensus.
So it's not something to run with that yet.
It's something to consider, but
not to run with.
It's not law yet. Put it away.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not tabled in Parliament, in the cricketing Parliament yet.
Okay, because you're the legend. Clive Light and the legend Michael Olin the other night come and say, no, they're not with that, and I'm not with it.
Yeah.
West Indies can't reach there, Sabat.
But would if the West Indies were in the top half of the tier, would you agree with the 2 tier?
If we were in
were in tier 1, would you agree with 2 tier cricket?
Well, I cannot be biased, you know. I cannot be biased. I would agree.
So
because
as long as them have win a tier 1, you don't have a problem with the 2 tier cricket. Your real problem is that Western is the bottom there.
No, because we have to start all over again, Mr. Egan. It's all over again. We have to
No. We would still be playing test cricket, but we would only be playing test cricket against
the weaker side.
Against Ray and Ray.
Oh,
you want we are play England and Australia them and India them.
Yes, them big top side there, and if them beat we can get little experience. But when Bangladesh and the Irish beat we're not get together and experience again.
Yeah.
We're not become like we're still underperforming.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, this is my point.
Yeah.
Anyway, my brother is coming here next month. He have a tournament to play down a run out there.
Yeah. Then link me up, man. Make we meet and talk and see.
I listen your program every day. I listen your program. I do a chat to kind of change now. He kind of change, and I respect that to him. Him change.
He hasn't changed a lot.
I like a foolish shit when he's coming. Him change now, man. Some man people can change.
Him change a little, but not a lot. Some of the old characteristics still there.
So all right. I don't hear him from week.
No, man, Zidane sick out, man. Them like a bad flu reaching.
But it didn't reach me, but tell him to go to doctor. I next thing to go to doctor, then give cough syrup and then give some antibiotics to take it for.
Them give what kind of soap?
Them give some cough syrup.
Cough syrup
for 1 week. And some antibiotic tablet. You take it for 7 days.
I think him saying go check the doctor,
Yes, and that's what I'll give it to him.
He must step on the menu now.
It's gone. Yeah, man.
All right.
Look how what kind of bush him taking that go deliver him to go to doctor.
All right.
Go to doctor.
Big up yourself.
Right, still love the show. Still love the number 1 show. KLA is a boom.
All right, sir.
Big up. Okay, Mr. Again.
Big up Talman.
All right. All the best. That's
Talman out of Spanish Town. Where do we go to right now, Miss B? From Spanish Town, the lines are open. 676 6968. Calling now and I'm a queer way. All right, so the thing loading, and we're ready to go back online. Hello.
Orville again.
Yes, sir.
Big up yourself.
Who is it?
You hearing me?
Who is this?
Bull. Yes, big man.
Talk about little Bull. I didn't recognize you at first. What say you?
Yeah, hear me now?
Yes.
Loud and clear?
Yeah, man.
All right, so
No, man, you go back now. You drift now. Stay closer to the phone, all right? So.
Yeah, you hear me clear now?
Yes, stay right.
All right, so I listen to the thing a while ago. See?
Uh-huh.
I'm have two little problems.
Talking at the phone, bull, man. When I say if you talk, you start sound good and then you're gone back.
You hearing me clear now?
Stay right there. So whatever you're doing, keep on doing. No.
Yeah, I have two little problems.
Yes.
All right. So if the man them face off.
Yes.
And Garvey decides to go off mood.
Can't be on the show.
Stars.
No. No. Facing off.
Right.
Facing off is a concept designed by Orville Higgins, where two callers get extended time other than the usual time for company radio.
And if I'm going to bring up a point that is not strengthening his argument,
then
the other man on the other side of the
No.
argument.
If you are no longer if you are no longer, you are given special privileges for company radio in FaceTime, in face off. If you are no longer in face off mode, then that means
I don't think he was no longer in face off.
I was asking the question though.
No, but what I'm saying to you is this, and I want you to listen to me for 15 seconds.
Yes.
Can time it if you want. One of the points that Garvey is trying to bring is that Mahomes is one of the players with an MVP.
Bull, all of that is irrelevant. If he was, If he was still staying on mute, why wasn't he prepared to tell me?
That was a point in his mute. That was a point.
You're not answering what I'm asking. You know, I asked Garvey, is this?
Yeah, but when you interject yourself into
I am going to interject. I host the show, boss, and I am the judge in and the what you call it? No, in the face off, the moderator. So you can't tell me as the moderator that I can't interject to find out if it's the same
why
mood.
Did you interject yesterday when time CC and
because they were debating the mood.
They were on two different points.
No. But they were at least attempting until I realized. No. I realized at one point that they were arguing on something where they really never had a difference. And after a while, I realized that. And then
that's after them done though.
No, but it took me a while. Hold on, Bull. It took me, the moderator, a while to realize that these two never really had any point of difference.
When the thing done.
Yeah, but me slow. All right, so me slow. I never realized. But hold on,
I just believe it's that allow the G-Star be the
all right, Bull. I hear you. That's not going to happen. I regret nothing.
The one that is saying, David, that's a non-point in the argument.
All right, Bull. I hear your point. Respectfully.
Next thing.
That now go. You said the next face off people.
He called back a while ago. We move on.
Hold on. He called back and said, me I try for discredit him. Don't start on that note. I don't have no time for that. Worse like how him the on the radio for how long before. Bull, you don't come get me annoyed here.
No, I'm not getting annoyed. I'm not calling to get you annoyed. I'm calling to hear my tell you what I'm
all right, let me hear whatever you're going to say. I got very bramble, but I'll hear you. Because you're good.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back up.
I'm talking about what I hear.
All right, we're coming back up.
Set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Bramble Bull. You start Bramble, but I'll allow you to Bramble.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yes.
I won't tell you. I don't want to be told. I'm not running a program, so I can't tell I'm not running a program. So allow that alone, yeah.
No. Let me just say it to you. No. You raise the points. Let me say it again. It is Orville Higgins in one of his brilliant moments decided to come up with a concept called face off. Me no come to talk music and politics and Trump and how to look girl in a boss. A sports me come to talk. I've created a brilliant sporting idea. Two people coming to face off on a sporting topic. You notice from the minute them start talk, me say, what is the mood when I talk about? Because I don't just want two man upon the ear. Just a talk for talk. We have individual calls for that. Me a real drama man. I come to create sporting topics. Me not come to talk music or politics or Trump or dancehall or who are king for one king. And that the program is about. It is about sports, sir, because I am good enough and brilliant enough to stick to sports and deal with my thing. I called Garvey this morning, you know. I said, Garvey, are you willing to come on and debate the man on a particular issue? If I feel that you're going off topic, my boss, I am going to intervene to ask. All you have to say to me is, no man, I still staying within mood, but me have to draw for them points here. I will allow it. But Garvey don't want to be restricted to that kind of question. Well, all right, tell me what you do. Me take the music. Me take the music.
That's been G-Star moment to say.
And I
Big
decide.
man, you're half topic you're losing. Anyways, we'll go to answer.
You want me to take the music and then give it? Hold on. I'll take the music. You want me to take the music and then you can have your uninterrupted 5 minutes.
Man, something that's a second fast.
All right.
All right. So this Sunday at the Prison Oval, the St. Catherine Major League sports kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's Black Lions versus De La Vega, which is basically two Spanish Town teams, and they have Old Harbour United. We'll be playing against Cedar Grove and Portmore. So the people in from Old Harbour, people in from Portmore side, and the people in from Spanish Town, we'll flip the oval and go watch what is supposed to be two good games. Interesting, there's 3 teams in the St. Catherine Major League from the Old Harbour region. So when them 3 teams are meeting at Old Harbour, it's going to be a blockbuster.
Those
2 fixtures will be our 3 fixtures will be really, really good. So I want persons to
which are the 3 teams?
Old Harbour Bay, Old Harbour United, and Borders FC, which is my club.
Let me ask you, these clubs are vying to you say it's Major League. And these Major League teams will get it. Will get into. They are all in tier 2.
We're trying to get into tier 2.
How many can all 3 reach into tier 2?
No, only one team from, because when you win the Major League, you go to what is called a tier 2 playoff.
Oh.
Where you play against teams from St. Thomas and Kingston.
Oh, I said.
So last year, Police went into the major tier 2 playoffs and won that. So they're in the tier 2 now.
Okay, all right. So Old Harbour United, Old Harbour. What the other Old Harbour name?
Old Harbour Bay and Borders FC.
And Borders. All right. Keep us posted.
Yeah, man.
And don't beg for Garvey. Garvey just need to calm down.
Nobody. Listen, Bull don't busy about nobody. You know. Bull, I tell you what I would have want, because I was waiting on G and him to finish that foolishness, but G Star to conk him.
No.
So he take that from me.
No. He realized that G Star was on a method and realized that he can't function in the debate and run. That's all that happened a while ago.
You hang up and say signal bad, man.
No. Him know same signal always trapped. You notice how Garvey was reluctant to even have a moot. The moot we set up in the first place. When we say you agree with the moot, him go on, no? He was never comfortable debating G Star with that moot. And G Star, who is
I was saying though that what I'm saying, all of what you're highlighting now, I think it would be better if it was G Star highlighting that.
No, G Star, no. G Star. I mean, hey, what if you give me some credit as the moderator?
No, as the host now, man, you just allow that, man.
No, me can't allow to have a mood when me nothing gonna stick with mood.
That, yeah?
Sure.
Play the music.
We play the music. Big of yourself. Yeah. So you know it's Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock. So Yaba thing I forgot now. Big up Yaba, big up Mr. Steins and the crew. And the selection is number 12 on the album. And it's called Ja Children, our Yaba selection for Friday afternoon. What's happening there, Miss B? It freeze? Which we have a little bit more patience with it. Da da dee. Da 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 da. Can we move on? Maybe we can take it at a later time. All right, our Yaba selection will be coming on as soon as the machine decide to cooperate with us. For some reason, it not go through. All right, so we go back to the calls. Hello.
Greetings, Orville.
Greetings. Who is preacher?
Yeah, man, I preacher, man.
How are you, preacher?
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
Yes.
Listen, me never like how you navigate the face of that while ago. I'll be honest. I know me as a man only in the ISST.
Was it a face off?
It could have been, and it could have been a very good discussion.
No. I don't want a discussion with two people on the air.
It could have been a very good debate.
It wasn't going to be a debate if the moderator can ask something and
yeah, man, but
the caller work with me.
But here it work now.
Yes.
Me might agree with you that Garvey might have seen what was coming. Because I feel that G-Star was well loaded with ammunition. See?
Yes.
However, in fairness to Garvey,
yes,
Garvey needed to be able to express himself. And once
who was stopping him? Who was stopping him from expressing himself?
No. It's when Garvey said that they were discussing who have more weapons.
Yes.
If I were the moderator, I would allow Garvey to establish him argument.
So why not answer that you were doing that within the confines of the mood? What it take from him for that?
What I'm saying is, you have to know your audience. You have said that to me before.
Yes.
Garvey would and will get irritated
if he feels what?
No, man. If he feels as if in him trying to get out his point is being interrupted.
Then he might feel. Then that's how he might feel, because I am allowed as the moderator to say, "Make sure you're on point."
His sole purpose for coming on the air was to have the face off. He never called the show.
The face off. Hold on, and the moderator is saying, "I want to be confident that the points that wherever you are veered off to is within the confines of a face off."
Yeah, but remember, to Orville, say the public have the ability to form their own opinion.
The public is not the moderator.
On the substance of what the two.
No, I don't want. Listen, preacher. I am not here. The whole point of having the two-man panel here, is not to find out who can discuss NFL better. Listen, I don't even watch NFL in my boss.
Yeah, and that's why on this occasion,
no.
Like say,
what I want is for two people on any topic to create a mood and be going at each other around that particular mood.
Yeah, now, but the mood was a good mood, It's
fine.
just that there are many ways, there are many routes.
And all I'm saying, all I'm saying, preacher, is that if I feel that you're not staying within mood, I have a duty as the man who conceptualized the feature here. Mr. Wool and John Brown are what you're saying within the confines of the mood here. Now, all John Brown have to say is, yeah, man, just give me a minute and you will see that all of this is relevant. When you are refusing to answer me, then you are refusing to do what your company here for do.
Me and Garvey had a face off.
And you notice we never had the problems.
Good. Right? So Garvey has had face off before and never demonstrated any irritability. The fact that he was irritated this time around means that there's something that irritated him.
No, you know what irritates? What irritates?
In all fairness to Garvey. May I be fair to Garvey,
Yes.
In all fairness to him, I think giving him another 15 to 20 seconds to establish what he wanted to say, even if it veers a little bit from the mood, would not have taken away from the possibility
all right, I hear you, preach.
of having the discussion.
I hear you. But I'm going to say this again. Garvey never wanted to debate the mood from jump. When the mood that Garvey wanted was, he knew that Josh Allen would get the MVP, but some other something. I said, that is not the mood we are going to do. I was prepared to cut the face off from right to center. I then said, gentlemen, here is the mood. Garvey reluctantly agreed to do the mood. From day one, Garvey never wanted to debate that mood, my boss. For some reason, he never wanted that move. And I realized minutes into the conversation that he was prepared to veer off course. No, I was not going to have that.
And that may be very well be true, Orville. Right. And you might have read the situation right, Me not take none of that away from you.
I hear you.
What I'm saying is, at the same time, and I think you get the point of me, at the same time, sometimes we have to give persons the ability or the opportunity to get their point out, even if it costs us 30 seconds. 30 seconds, that's why rob us.
All right, let me say one thing.
Of the ability to have a broader conversation, whether in the debate or outside.
Let me tell you something. Pioneer, who is the only 2-time caller of the year, had a serious falling out with me on a program. You remember why? He wanted an extra minute in our debate. A debate where me come conceptualize. And I refused. Too often, my boss, the people them now work with the moderator of the summit. So me said to the man, brother, you are going on a particular road. Him no one answer whether this is still within the confines. The thing done. Now Garvey can call tomorrow and put up all the points that he wants to put up. But then when I go call back and say, me I try discredit him. I was doing no such thing, my boss, and I have no time for that today. Yeah. So you all can defend him all and the like. I would do the exact same thing.
No, man, this is not a Garvey defense. My position is that I think G-Star had the ammunition based on how him start out. So there's no Garvey defense.
All right.
I actually wanted to hear the full debate from both sides, because it's edification and education of the public about the sport.
Preacher, you don't want the face off more than me. And me call the man them this morning and say, gentlemen, make we do this. Remember, me not watch NFL. I'm not doing this for Orville Higgins. Left to me alone, no NFL discussion is interesting, because I don't know the sport, The only reason why I decide to have a face off on a sport that I don't watch, I don't know, is because I think that this is good for radio. But if we're going to have a face-off, we're going to have rules. Otherwise, I just two-man attack. Now, those rules are established by me. I know the two-man might establish the rules, brother.
Yeah, man. Fair.
Work with the moderator, man. Garvey has a tendency when no one work with me. Garvey say, I'm trying to discredit him. The truth is, people, any discrediting I got on Garvey over the years, I try to discredit me. If you're not trying to discredit me, then work within the rules. If me never want you on the ear for the face-off, you wouldn't be hearing Garvey. And me decide say you for come to face off as opposed to a regular card. We do not try with patience now.
I do like a preview on the NFL playoffs. It starts this weekend.
Tell you what you do, preacher. It's 3:14.5. I don't want to interrupt your preview. Let me take a break and come back.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right. Set the trend.
The Trend-Setting Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., is Jamaica's #1 call-in sports program. Join me, Orville Higgins, and me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, as we continue to take call-in sports discussions to the highest levels on radio. The Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m., on Jamaica's #1 sports radio station. The hour between 3 and 4 p.m. is sponsored by Western Sports, the sports people, with locations in Kingston, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
Can't even no, without you holding my hand.
Praise the Lord. Greetings and salutations to all of our wonderful, wonderful friends all over Jamaica. Listen, this is Dr. John Wayne Manning from Omega Church and Omega Radio. It has always been my dream to establish community work here in Jamaica. Television, church, humanitarian work here in Jamaica. And as you know, we have been doing the radio since 2022. The time has come that we're calling all helper, kingdom-minded citizens, putting together this team in Jamaica. We're looking for helpers, kingdom-minded helpers, from hospitality, humanitarian, administration, coordination, media for television and radio production. If you're looking for more and you'd like to be a part of this team from Omega Center, Jamaica, I'd like you to give me a call. 876-204-9356. If you'd like to do more, serve more. This is for serious leaders that really, really want to make an impact in the life of our fellow Jamaicans for the Lord Jesus Christ. Text me at that line, and a member of my US team or European team will reach out back to you. Thank you, and God bless you. I hope you're ready to serve. Text me at 876-204-9356. A member of my team will reach out to you expeditiously to expedite this help. Omega Center Jamaica local team invitation. Be a part of it. Let's change Jamaica and make Jamaica great again.
Down on my knees, I've learned to stay.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Preacher, you have your time uninterrupted.
Thank you. So the NFL playoffs kick off tomorrow with the Texans versus the Chargers, the Houston Texans versus the San Diego Chargers at 4:30 p.m. The Texans are going into the playoffs with a wounded team. They finished the season 10-7. However, when you look at their team, a number of key players have suffered injuries on the offensive side of the ball. They lost one of their more promising wide receivers in a game versus the Kansas City Chiefs for the season. And so that will affect their ability, I believe, to effectively establish their offense. Not to mention the fact that the Chargers and their pass rush are one of the top pass rushes in the NFL. No, the problem that the Texans will face is that their offensive line has not been good for most of the season. And going up against the Bosa's and the Khalil Macks of the NFL is going to prove difficult. As such, I am predicting the first upset of the playoffs with the Jim Harbaugh is a coach of the Chargers, by the way, Orville.
Yeah.
The Jim Harbaugh-led Chargers beating the Houston Texans in Houston on Saturday at 4:30. The next game will be between Lamar Jackson's Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Ravens share a division, and they split 2 games between each other. However, in the last game that they played, the Baltimore Ravens ran over the Steelers 34-17. The first game was a close one. Steelers edged them 18-16. I think Lamar Jackson and company will dominate the Steelers. And the Lamar Jackson and Eric Henry, one of the top running backs in the league, will have a field day. And so the Ravens should get the better of the Steelers on Saturday. That's the AFC. On the other side, which is the NFC, we have 2 games that will be played on Sunday. Those 2 games are, the Bills, which is an AFC team as well. The Bills will be playing And the Bills will be going up against the Denver Broncos with a rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, playing some good football. However, the presumptive MVP will be too much for the rookie quarterback and the Denver Broncos. I have the Bills winning with ease, playing at home against a good team with a promising defense, but offensively, it's going to be hard to stop Josh, the alien, as G-Star call him, Allen. Now, in the NFC, my Green Bay Packers are going to be facing off against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Green Bay Packers have lost 6 games this season. They have lost twice to the Lions. They have lost twice to the Minnesota Vikings. They have lost once already to the Eagles. I'm not going to count their loss to the Bears against them because that was the last game of the season. Unfortunately, Green Bay seems to struggle against the better teams in the NFC. And based on how Green Bay starts these games slowly and going away to the Eagles with a rested Eagles quarterback, I think Green Bay are going to find it difficult. I love the Packers, but I am going to be picking the Eagles to beat Green Bay in Philadelphia. Next game of interest is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Jaden Daniels and the Washington Redskins. Now, Jaden Daniels is going to be the offensive rookie of the year at quarterback. The Washington Redskins are one of those teams that nobody saw necessarily make it the playoffs. They're going up against a Tampa Bay Buccaneer team with a lot of veteran players in Tampa. This one is going to be a good one. This one is going to be a close one to watch. I'm actually picking the Washington Redskins to create an upset over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think this Washington team is the Cinderella team for this season, similar to how Green Bay were the Cinderella team from last. Again, in the NFC, we're going to have the Rams versus the Minnesota Vikings. G-Star mentioned Sam Darnold having an excellent season. Well, Sam Darnold is one of those journeyman quarterbacks who has found a home in Minnesota. But they will be going on the road to play against the Rams, who have in the past shown that they can be a dangerous team behind Matthew Stafford at quarterback. The Rams have suffered a lot of early season injuries already. But I believe that this time around, the Rams are going to come good at home, and Sam Darnold, with all the pressure that he's going to be under, having had a relatively good, very good rather, regular season, but now he's going to be in the playoffs.
How many more games, Preacher?
Well, you have 6 games being played in this round, and then you're going to be having...
How many you have left? How many you have left to analyze?
In total, you're going to have 6 plus 4, that's 10, and 1, 11.
You're not going to go through all 11, are you?
No, man, I'm done. That's the first round of the playoffs. We're
the
done
first
now.
round.
We can talk about other playoff games next week.
So, okay, so hold on. Let me understand. You have 1 round of playoffs this week and 1 round next week?
Yes, because teams will be eliminated, and then you go on to...
Oh, so you come down from how many to how many? 16 to 8.
All right, so 7 teams make the playoffs from each division. 1 team from each division gets a bye. So you're going to have 3 games being played in the first round of the playoffs.
Okay.
That will reduce the teams now to 4 teams per division, and then you're going to reduce to 2, and then you're going to have the Super Bowl being decided by the last 2 teams that remain.
All right, my boss. But we'll leave it there, sir. Come to the other set of games Monday if you will.
No problem.
All right, so we'll move on now. Hello. Oh, the music. No, but finally, we sort out the machine now. So we'll get the Yaba selection. The Yaba people, if you're listening, we had some issues with the machine at 3 o'clock. But here it is now. Better late than never. It's Ja Children, number 12 on the Yaba album, our second and final selection.
Children of the world, crying in the streets, we beg for food to stay alive, scoundrels day just to survive. Mother and father, we have none. Where did we come from? Animals kill for very born, teaching survival to leave the home, feeding and protection as they learn. Why don't we humans? Children of the world, starving in the street, tossed aside from birth, nothing to eat. Children with no suffering every day, with no hope, no force, no help on the way. Why were we born? Who brought us here? We never asked to come, and you throw us away. Children of the world, with a smiling face, is the only future for the human race. We need a mom and dad, someone to care. We never asked to come. You brought us here.
All right, so that's Children of the World. So that's Ja Children. Number 12 on the Yaba album. Big up to Yaba. Big up to Edge Campaigns for People Dreaming Color. Big up to Yaba as well. That then is the final selection. We take a break at the final half an hour for the day. Indeed, the final half an hour for the week comes up right after. It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich. A massive 33 England qualified players will take part in the third edition of the International League T20. Star names include opener Phil Salt and leg spinners Adil Rashid and Rayan Ahmed, but their involvement is set to be limited by England's tour of India from January 22. Seamers Sam Curry and Ollie Stone are set to be available throughout, while other players, including Chris Jordan, will juggle their availability around the Big Bash League in Australia. That is Sports in a Minute. Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal! Fosrich Financing.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Book and Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back to the show. We'll go back online. We haven't done any text from morning, Nick, so at some point we'll read a few. We go back online. Hello.
Physio here.
Yeah, Physio, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, man.
So we don't do the conversation if I miss this, but we just highlight a few Salah's big chance and assists. Well, upon him passing ability. Because you know, even though we agree, Salah have him selfish tendency, and if he's never selfish, he would have the production we have. But even though he's selfish, to a point, he has still been producing ton of big chances and have assisted, as I tell you. 6 out of the last 8 seasons, him assists over 10. And no other person in a Premier League have that. So for the Salah average during Mane time.
No other person in the Premier League averages 10 assists or more 6 out of 8 seasons.
10 assists plus goals, plus 10 or so goals. So goals and assists, but yeah.
That's a difference.
So during man, that goals and assists. So that much should
What's Kevin De Bruyne's record in that?
No man, Kevin De Bruyne in the average 10 goal and assists in a so much season. But he must may not know the exact numbers of assists him have. So me no want to go there. But we know that Kevin De Bruyne there the curve when we talk about assists.
He doesn't average 10 assists and 10 goals a season. Surprising. But
in 6. No man, I don't think he must have so much. But that's off the top of me. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But nobody hold me with that one.
All right.
But as I say, all right. So during Mane time, Salah has averaged 14 big chance. Right? 14 big chance per season. And if you look on the average big chances in a Premier League, we're talking about the big boys. Now, so like Bruno and De Bruyne and the man at the top of the charts every season. Salah is in the top in big chance created. In fact, during that 5 seasons, Salah averaged 87 big chances. Right?
Yeah.
Although Kevin De Bruyne, in that time, that they have more than Kevin De Bruyne has like 192 in the Premier League, which is like 60, 70 and more than Salah. So we're not compare him to Salah. But we're talking about people from the wide. So when I look at how much big chances Eden Hazard have, and Dwight McNeil and Raheem Sterling, chalk to cheese in at the time. So it is unfair to say that Salah won't pass and all him doing scoring him selfish. I think that's an unfair statement. So as I tell you, in a 2017-18, when he have 30 at goal and 10 assists, he had 12 big chance created. In the following season, he had 16 big chance created.
Yeah.
Season after that, 13 big chance created. Season after that, 12. And then the final season when Mane left, he had 18 big chance created. Now, Salah assisted Mane, I think 17 or 18 times during that time. Right?
Yeah.
That is also a big number. So to say, and that is just one player. So just to come up and say that Salah passing ability a few years ago when Mane was there is why I wouldn't rank him as one of the greatest or the greats or whatever terminology I use, I think was an unfair statement. Also, Salah, as I said before, Salah, I try to be very calm and very objective here. I mean, I'll be emotional.
Yeah.
And during I'm going to say emotional. And during this time, as I said, Salah has missed out on several, not only Premier League, not Player of the Month awards and so forth. Even this past December, when he had the record, 7 goals, 7 assists, right? He lost out to Isaac, who had 8 goals, 2 assists. So we're constantly seeing that he's been losing out on specific awards where other persons who might have been big names coming from Europe or South America would have gotten with those numbers. That is also me, I say.
So you think that the bias against Salah is because he's Egyptian?
Not necessarily only if he's Egyptian, but probably African in general, because most African players don't necessarily get recognition like other Europeans have gotten. And when we look at what Salah's been doing, yeah, man, that's a real thing. If you look at Salah's numbers and what he's been doing traditionally and the awards that he has been probably knocked down the order.
How did the public feel about it?
You can't necessarily deter. I guess you can't really look at it and say it's African.
How did they feel about Didier Drogba? How did they feel about
we're talking about
the box-to-box midfielder, the name, and I think I probably one of the best. Oh God,
Yaya Toure.
Yaya
Toure should have won more. That is another point. Yaya should have done. What Yaya done at Man City, him should have get more plaudits for it. But that's me just assessor. So we are trying to keep it objective, as I tell you.
Yes.
So since Mane has left, Salah's big chances and goals have assists has increased, but it's not that significant. From 14 big chances per season to 16. Right? Yeah, I get me. And the assists per season this season and the two seasons that Mane has not been there also step up slightly compared to the other seasons. So yes, he has been assisted more in comparison to his other years, but it's not that significantly way more where persons have a point as always because he was selfish. You can't just look at it like that. Every striker, every ambitious forward have a selfish streak.
Yeah.
But don't make it look like Salah was not passing the ball. Salah is the man on the team if you're in a box, a goal him for a look to. Yes, there are other times when should take lift up your head and pass the ball to man who's in a better position. But that comes to every other forward. But we highlight Salah. And that is what the media do. Highlight Salah. And in every year, all Liverpool fans are biased. And then they don't think that Salah is underrated because no. Me tell you the numbers. And based on these numbers, I'm tell you alone show that him actually not all that what people are put it down to be. So don't make it seem like Salah just a score goal and he not produce and he not assist. The man produce big chances. The man also is assisting for the team. So I just want to get that out of the way. But that's my few cents. Can you realize?
Kiss me.
I mean, very objective. You know, let me just move on.
Kiss me.
So we'll shout to the next week.
Kiss me at Physio. Big up yourself. Enjoy that. Always say now 6766968. I don't want to go into the weekend and I know do resting of people. Me go into the weekend in a calm state of mind in the name of Jesus, people. Nobody else not call or upset. Disagree, if you will, but keep the thing reasonable, brethren. Hello.
Orville.
What go on, man, baby?
Well, first time.
Hello?
Talking to you since the new year, man. First time talking to you.
Yes, what you do?
Don't know I'm to the line now. Well, I'm good, man. I'm good here. Taking in the show as usual, you know, man.
Yeah, man. Good to hear from you, man.
Quite a few what you're calling now. Your student, them sitting and sound very articulate.
This is how sports radio should sound.
I tell you, man, preacher and correction.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. I was proud of those fellows, man.
Yes, indeed.
So, I will not teach them for nothing, you know. At least.
I don't know how much teaching I have done, but I know that I provide.
It sounds like a lot, man. Because a lot of us, you know, you're the people that discuss at a high level, man.
You know,
some of the guys then let you down.
No, man. Every now and again you'll have that, but the nature and quality of the sporting discussions since this week, yeah, brother. Not now, I agree with you.
Tell you, man. But Orville.
Yeah.
A question I'm like to ask you, see.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen teams surrendering in cricket?
Like, me never see it yet, but I've heard of it happening with India.
Yes, I heard like India surrendered in the West Indies.
In the mid-70s at Savannah Park.
So when a team comes down to the point where they say surrender, I mean, is it the captain that make that decision, or is it?
No, man. As far as I know, that has happened only once in Test cricket. You know, where
sound like ongoing.
Where a team say, "Boy, listen, we can't continue this." But India, there was a lot of injuries to that Indian team. The people were going after hospital and some fast ball.
In terms of manpower, they were short.
Yeah, and the man just say, "Ewa, me could have called off a test. West Indies, no mass. Go on with it." India versus West Indies.
Yeah, and it has never happened as far as you're concerned.
No, I've never heard of any game
I've never heard of it, right.
before or since. That was like.
But this thing about splitting the cricketing nations into two, what you call it, two tiers?
2 tiers, yes.
And I hear you ask a fellow the question if West Indies was in the top tier, he would have a problem.
We don't have a problem with the 2 tier, you know. We have a problem with the West Indies in the 2nd tier.
But to be honest, I would have a problem with this 2 tier. See, every team that, well, I'm not going to say every team because I'm not good at cricket history in terms of going back.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as I know, most of the top teams now have been like minnows before.
Yeah, well, what the man says that no money now make when the minnow them play. And money. This is all about money. You know? Yeah. So
okay.
the no money now make no TV rights. Nobody now turn up in the venue when Woy team play against another Woy team, or when big team play against Woy team.
No, I understand. So it's really monetary.
It's economically driven. Yes.
But I don't know. But I believe them to play, man. Because how you going to learn? How you going to learn? When your side get beat up and you can't stand the beat up and you decide to.
No, them not stop you from playing test cricket. You know, them must say if you want to play with the big boys,
okay, beat
up your little friend them, and then show say you're ready to play against the big boys. It's not that them are telling enough to play.
So between me and Orville, so how you view that? How you look at that?
Economically, I understand the matter. But out of pride and thing as a West Indian, I don't want it reach this, brother.
Yeah, no, sir. Out of pride, I remember when we went down to Australia and we were beaten badly. Clive Light come back and say, "No, we're going to fight fire with fire."
No, man, them time we had great cricketers, man. We just never come together as a team.
Still, that is true.
That team that lost to Australia in 75, 76 had Greenwich on it, you know. Viv Richards on it, you know.
Michael Holt,
Michael was in his first.
These guys were on the verge of being great.
Randy Roberts was on that team, you know, my boss.
Right, okay.
So a big cricketer them is just that they run into an Australian
that exposed are never ready to deliver.
We don't have no Greenwich, no Roberts, no Viv Richards.
The guys we have now. And I come go and them a big.
A one West Indian average 30 last year.
Can you imagine, Orville?
And I must say Jason. All of the other batsmen, them average in the
when last of West Indies produce a batsman in even regional cricket that average even 50. Actually, high 40s.
You mean in a regional cricket?
Regional, man.
Yeah, man.
To test.
No, I will a first class average more than 40 a year time. But when they get into the West Indies team, them now average.
It did badly.
Nkrumah Bonner. You say Nkrumah Bonner, him average 38. And can't get back into the West Indies team.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, I think them name a Jamaica team this morning or yesterday. For the 4-day I start later this month and
without Nkrumah
at the team.
So what you tell me now? I then discard Nkrumah Bonner now.
It looks like a career ending time for
my goodness.
A good protege.
Can you imagine Mr. Orville against the great?
Yes, sir. But it's going
on. Messiah. Big up yourself, you know. Because you know, say the number one disciple out here always, you know.
All right, cool, my boss.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're right up at the break, then. So I could squeeze the break and come back for the last one.
Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy, your one-stop solution for all your needs. We've got you covered. From prescription items to household essentials, toys, electronic items, and even an internet cafe. Come fill your prescription and stop at our deli for a scrumptious meal. Visit us at Shop 27 Bargain Village Mall, 35 Main Street, Maple, Clarendon, or call us at 986-2324 or 786-2222. You can WhatsApp your prescription to us at 876-313-8980 for a hassle-free experience. Tate's Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Clarendon College football team. Thank you for choosing Tate's Pharmacy, Clarendon's super pharmacy.
Tracy, who you go give on now? You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them. Me can get some? No. Go buy your own. Hey.
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right. Conditions apply.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza, Kingston, and Linston. We have it all, from linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we'll do some text now, Nick. I hear what the texters have to say. We've been deserting the ball program. So make we hear how much cussing me I get for us.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the Sports Desk.
Orville, when West Indies was on top, weren't they playing some of these teams that was pure joke? West Indies should fight against these Indians, Australians, and Brits trying to exclude the game. Boycott if we must. All right. A large number of these assists that Salah have are due to him taking a shot and the rebound is scored. That counts as an assist to Salah's stats. That does not mean he made a pass that resulted in a goal. He's very selfish, but he gets a lot of assists from it also. Hold on. So if me kick a shot and it rebound, and me kicking the rebound, that is considered an assist? No, somebody text my phone and tell, you didn't know that, Nick? Something can go so? A large number of these assists that Salah have are due to him taking a shot and the rebound is scored. That counts as an assist to Salah's stat. So me kick the ball for the keeper and it come back to me and me kick it in. Is both a goal and an assist that for me? Or me kick it for the post and it come back to me and me kick it and I go. I never know them somewhere. Anyway, make a move on. Good day, Sports Desk. Discipline and order and respect is the right thing and that must maintain. The moderator is in charge. I support you, the host of the show, plus he called back with a negative attitude. Success, no mess in 2025. I'm not surprised by the actions of Garvey. This is fuzzy. Here's another one. Perception is something else. Euclid, you are too ready for Garvey to go off and you jump the gun. Euclid, you are wrong this time and your opinion is not gospel. It might be, but you are overconfident. All right. I hear you, boss. We're not going to quarrel. Friday evening. Good afternoon, Orville. Garvey cannot tame. Stop petting him and run him off the show. Somebody said, bless up Orville. Keep up the good work. Just like that. You have to say more than that, man. Anyway. Where's it? Oh, yeah. One next one. Oh, one next one say, shout out Cornwall. Taking 3 for 27 from his 4 overs in the Bangladesh Premier League. The batting side made 190 odd and he was magical, turning the ball square over there in Bangladesh. Me think a fat man would have dropped on a long time if me listen to some cricket near fighter. The man still there play with himself and apparently still doing well. He was the leading wicket taker last year, people, in our regional cricket, The same fat man, But I may tell you. Always stay. We go back online. Hello. 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 Is it me you're looking for? Then tell them you can't talk to the person.
Hello?
Yes.
Well, David.
Oh, the improving David. How are you?
Oh, go on. That 2-tier thing there, I need less worry about it. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, maybe not.
The cricket is all about the money. If the 2-tier come in, them not going to make the same amount of revenue what them make now.
No, I think the opposite would be true, I think the ICC realized that when the top teams play against the top teams more regular, more money make.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, the two-tier system is a way to make more money rather than less money. Because they are saying when the top team then play against the other top teams, it generates more interest and more money and more thing for everybody. Them say when the liquor woy team then play when the money no make.
So when the two tier them play against them one another, them are gonna make money.
No, but the top playing against the top will make up for the bottom playing against the bottom.
Yeah, that's why it's not gonna happen.
All right. I don't know if it's gonna happen either, so you're probably right on it.
It's not gonna happen.
All right.
Now inquire, what happened now? What your status of your favorite cricketer presently?
Who is my favorite cricketer?
I'm concerned about him, you know.
Who that?
What are the bees, man?
Bonner.
Yeah.
Boy, I understand that them name a 4-day team for going to the 4-day this year and he's not in there. But
that him can make.
I don't think it's a matter of cricketing ability though. I think the powers that be are convinced that he's no longer as committed as he should.
Okay, you should know.
I should.
Right, listen. Big up yourself.
All right, they're improving, David.
Yeah, man.
Cool. All right, so we can still squeeze a few more. It's what it's now. 8 minutes to 4 o'clock. So if you call now, you could probably run the anchor leg on the last day of the week. 676-6968. Those are your numbers to call. 676-6968. These are your numbers. Call right now. Educate me on whatever you want to educate me on. Let it be sports, though. We are not here to talk dance hall. We are not here to talk who is king of dance hall. We're here to talk sports. We don't have to run from sporting topics to have a program. So call and make we talk some sports. We don't need to talk about others to have a program. Or other issues. You have two. Say I give them 3 minutes each. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, Wagwan, Master Orville.
Is who this now?
The great Independent Fortis.
Independent Fortis, the great. You have 3 uninterrupted minutes if you like.
All right. Let me just put a little icing on the argument about the two-tier thing.
Yeah.
It's similar to the Nations League, you know, what they bring for football, you know. I remember one at the time, Burger Boys, they gone way down in the Nations League, way down in the rankings.
Yes.
I would have to play some lower rank side, some Grenada and maybe some Cuba down there. So you understand?
Yes.
And then now we win some games and come up now to come out third in the Nations League. You understand?
Yeah.
We'll beat Panama over there. So I guess that two-tier thing is something similar to that.
Yeah.
You understand? And as you have said, no money now make when it come on to them little clash up there with certain little big side and little side.
Yes.
So
no money and no interest, really.
Eh?
No money and no interest, really. The result is preordained. But when the big teams then meet, you know, vibes in it.
I guess maybe it would have had to make more cricket play and then build up back a certain passion for the game, you know?
Well, make us see.
I give the man a chance to improve because basically the man really not improving because as I tell you right now, I'm still shocked. I can't believe how give Bangladesh 3 love in a 1 day and come back and get 3 love in a T20.
Yes. That's how you go, man.
I know. And a T20 is supposed to be the strongest farmer right now, currently.
I one way we play T20 cricket, me telling every day, hey, we will never win another T20 title if we not improve, if we not change from where we are playing. Me they telling you that, you know. The rest of the world catch up with me one style of play, my boss. And when they pitch them flat, we all kill people.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
we man, logic, man.
Yeah.
Because the game are evolving and people are gravitate to it, you know.
And we're not evolving in how we approach the game.
Yeah, we not involved nowadays. So only certain knucklehead people never want to accept what you are telling them from long time.
Exactly.
So you see, the African able to no, say, if I even make that ball beat you, man, no make them out to man. Why?
Big
That
man.
bad are not so bad.
But here what? Some of the same people them who used to take me and when me tell them say cricket can't play one way are now cussing the West Indies say they must play situational cricket, even in a T20.
Yeah.
Some man just talk because them have a mouth in them boss. Them bereft
Yeah,
of
man,
brains,
yeah,
you know.
man. I know I give props where props due, because them now remember say you there tell them from morning.
Exactly.
We
When
need
West
to
Indies are lose
learn
them
the
3
game.
T20 there. Me hear some of the same man them whether that beat me when me I say we can't play one way. I say West Indies done, they must play situational cricket. Them know that me I say from day one. Brother.
Yeah. That's true, man. It look bad for true, man.
All right.
I tell you like,
So aside give you
yeah.
aside give you 129 for me. And we are swipe up at the top. And a 190 we are looking at 120 odd.
Yeah.
Normal by T20 standards batting and you win the game. Whoosh, wash, whop. I know everybody of course I can't just
everybody just come a follow suit. I look there in the 1 day against same 1 day series against Bangladesh. You chase down 300 and the highest run chase in a most Grenada in the Caribbean. And you can't make 120 yet?
Until we're going to have to learn the hard way, my boss. Me don't talk. Me win them argument. They say I can't one way we approach cricket. Even the man that take me and agree now. Argument one. We want to squeeze one more.
Let me give you that next again. Yeah, big up yourself and Happy New Year again. Yeah,
big up 40s. All right, so we squeeze one more to run the show, to end the show. Another us. Other us. All right, put up the first. 2.5 minutes, you know. Hello?
Yes, boss. What going on, man?
Oh, what going on, sir?
Jigo there, man. Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you, Jigo, boss.
Okay, and to Zidane when him come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, me I listen to this thing about the two-tier now, but you know, me realize, you see, us probably have Jamaicans or Caribbean people. Well, we've grew up here, so you can't have your cake and eat it, you know. You ever notice when the election come here for people, oh, me not vote in a boss because red. But yet still you expect a government that is going to deliver, right?
Yes.
Now, with West Indies cricket, when the matches are being played in the Caribbean, the stadiums are empty.
Yes.
But yet still we expect the people them to keep us in the top tier. Can't have your cake and eat it. This is a business.
The people who want to be kept in the top tier is saying so only because of the history. Not because of what we call
only because of the history.
Yeah.
Because the people who acquire about top tier when the match goes by the part, the place empty.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So we have to understand that this is not a talking thing. You can't take talk to the bank.
True.
You understand me? So until we can settle ourselves, well, look, we're going to start support the game again. You know? Then again, you know, I don't even think so they really cricketer, them really even care, you know. Because if they can't make their money in a T20, them not busy with test cricket.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean?
Agree. But some man don't play T20, you know, some of them are just test cricketers, but them not all that special neither.
Right, but you notice the people who are speaking out against it are the retired cricketers.
True.
You know? What about the current cricketers? You know, you're the management of the West Indies board, you know, you're the captain, you're nobody say anything.
Yeah, well, yeah, some maybe because it's not official yet. Maybe it's just because it's like a suggestion floating around. Maybe if it come to pass and it is enacted into law, then you will hear other people coming out.
But it's kind of hypocritical because it makes sense. We have said that we this and we that and we don't want them to this and they're still somebody in the park is forever empty.
I take your point, boss. I was there for the Bangladesh test, and I would have people never did.
And then do you expect that test to be in a top tier?
As I said to the man, I watched the Bangladesh game, and it's not that we didn't try. I said that
we tried.
This was just a Bangladesh team we outplayed. We tried, but that is the level where we are. Only one West Indian batsman averaged over 30 last year in a test cricket in our boss. And that was Jason.
Precisely.
Every other of our specialist batsmen average under 30. You're not going to with that.
But I was speaking to somebody recently, and I them say, boy, if election coming up, you never vote, you know. I mean, say, you know, so if they should take away our voting rights now, you see one that go Black Road and burn this and burn that. And see how the government oppress it because they might take away our rights. But yes, still the government spend millions of dollars to do ballot paper and do everything, and then we don't show up and vote. That millions of dollars could have been spent on something else.
We want the right to vote also includes the right not to vote if you don't want. We don't want that right to be taken away.
And it includes a lot of costs. Just like the West Indies cricket team, when we have to be playing in the top tier,
Gee, you see the time.
boards, the people spend a lot of money,
You
and
see
they
the
don't show up.
You see the time.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself.
Overtime. Big up my boss. Big up everybody who called.
Yeah, man.
And big up everybody who listened today. It is the show, the credible sports show. We no sound. You have two kind of sports show in Jamaica. Some that are like fast food on the roadside. We love them something that we know. Cause me good like a whole like a roadside steam fish right now in the afternoon. But we mustn't confuse them kind of radio show then with 5-star gourmet meal, and that is what the sports desk is. Big up you all self. Join us again on Monday. Big up me.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays 1 to 4 p.m.
It's now time for Golden Moment.
Ashanti Moore, who attended Newarton Primary, was sensational at that level before moving on to Hydel, where she caught 2 medals in the girls' class 4 sprints, a silver and a bronze. However, she disappeared before coming back on the scene as a heptathlete. Disappeared once more before she reappeared in the girls' class 1, this time the 100 meters final in 2019.
So the athletes are back in their blocks. Class 1, 100 meters final on the girls' side. Brown, Lee, Moore, Myra, McKenzie, Harriet, Atmodic. The gun has set them up. All eyes are on Ashanti Moore. All eyes are on Ashanti Moore as she powers away from the field. All eyes look on the clock. 11.17 seconds. Oh my word, that's her personal best. Not the record for Class 1, but Ashanti Moore from Hydel, 11.17 seconds. The power sprinter delivering on the Friday each. Myra is second, 11.51, and Bonnick third, 11.6. What a performance from the steady from Hydel. The power coming through to take the Class 1 glory on the girls' side for Hydel. Oh my word, 11.17.
Oh my goodness, Carrie is it's a favorite of Carrie. She is a ton of power. 11.13 is the record. She just came very close to that, Carrie. 11.17.
Class, can I said it before, powerhouse.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live.